It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on the Elite Racing Network and P1 Broadcasting. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gatza. Welcome to round 3 of the 2026 P1 IndyCar Championship, the most prestigious league in all of the Elite Racing League. Tonight, we come to you from America's legendary oval, the Milwaukee Mile, for the 5th running of a Horizon 250, presented by Toaps Soaps. 250 laps, 250 iRacing miles await us on one of the oldest and most demanding short ovals in all of American open wheel racing. Excuse me. Joining me as always on the call, he's a driver that drove to victory in the Elite Racing League's Freedom 100 a couple seasons ago. As always, it is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, welcome to Milwaukee. It's race number 2 at Milwaukee for me this week already. We did 140 laps last night in the Horizon League, and now we're doing another 250 here tonight at one of the oldest racetracks, I think the oldest racetrack, and one of the oldest stadiums in all of, I think, organized sport around the world.
It can have to be, for sure. We count in Indianapolis, we count in Monaco. It can be, I think, Silverstone also too, maybe not that old like Milwaukee, but sure it is the oldest so far we have around the world, Milwaukee. So we are back to 150 laps, man. It's going to be long race, long for everyone. Only 7/300 of a second between Fockingham, Smith, and Ryan Schultz in the qualifying. So these two guys, Hunter Smith and Fockingham, they are different for 202,000 of a second in the qualifying. So it's gonna be a good thing. Daniel Fockingham is the guy a bit, 2 races winner, 1 pole from Portland. So let's see what happened today here in Milwaukee. Difficult. The 150 Fahrenheit on the track.
And let's get into tonight's starting lineup. We have a couple extra laps here, so we got plenty of time. And starting from the pole in the Scotty Brayton livery is Daniel Fockingham. Right next to him is Hunter Smith in the Smith livery. We will talk about that. Ryan Schultz, he'll be representing Tim Richmond. Sam Alexander on the inside. Then we got Chad Frankenfeld, who is in the STP special from Gordon Johncock. Trey Holmes, Gavin Hibbs, Miles Brown, Gavin Higgins, and Ricky Paz, your top 10. Hobson and Lowell, Hearn in the Dominoes, actually now the 4D Hot One. Carmichael in row 7. Forsyth and Albrecht in row 8. Silver and Hoytsma in 9. Costello and Stellard. Boy, that is a Penske Ganassi row in liveries right there. That's row 10. Vandermaal, Rexing, Musselman, Watson. Watson in a Michael Andretti throwback. Decker and Yellen. Aldrich, Talon, Rakes, and Sasek. Sasek in a livery representing his family business tonight. Mitchum and Huckleberry. Huckleberry in a Danny Sullivan throwback matching Purdue colors. McKernan and Stock. Mixer, Gill, Blauman, Camargo. Blauman deep in the field here. Stockner and James. And Shane Coker is last on the grid. He did 140 laps last night. Here we're getting ready to do 250 tonight.
It's going to be tough, man. Green flag out, and I think good restart for Daniel Fockingham. But back for Ryan Chu, side by side with Seb Alexander in turn 1.
So Alexander and that Takuma Sato throwback. So what is Falkingham, Smith, Schultz, Alexander, Frankenfeld, your top 5 here?
And I hope to see all of the livery race, but Trendy Paints make it more, to me, difficult. Hunter Smith.
Hunter Smith, yeah.
Almost in the wall, yeah.
Yeah, we saw Hunter Smith, and then, car sideways, and unfortunately, it's Richie Hearn and the Al Unser Jr. throwback. Oh, no. In the Domino's 4D Hot One, and he is sporting some damage already. See the Richie, we see a Buddy Lazier throwback right behind him. That is Mason Mitchum. Let's see what happened to Richie Hearn.
Christopher Aldrich also too with Rainbow Flag.
Christopher Aldrich in the Mario Andretti livery, and there's the contact right there off the corner. 3 wide through, and just a little bit of contact. And Albrecht is going to get a little bit of damage as well.
Decker.
Yes, Decker had to take an extreme move to the inside. Same thing with Mason Mitchum. Let's go back and watch Jordan Decker here. And it all happens in front of him, and he has no place to go. I mean, he has everyone. He has the grass to the inside, cars to the outside. Woo! And there it is.
I think Richie Hearn is okay. The only problem is Albrecht is with the Rainbow Flag and no win.
You see the leader is Daniel Falkingham. He's the points leader as well. He has a livery representing Scott Brayton when he drove in the Amway livery. It's a 2-time Indianapolis 500 pole winner. In 95 and 96, Brayton made 150 championship IndyCar starts and became one of the era's most respected Indianapolis qualifiers. He made 14 Indy 500 starts with a 6th-place finish in 89 and 93. Scott Brayton had a trophy named after him. It's called the Scott Brayton Driver's Trophy. It was later created in his honor, and it recognizes the driver who best represents character and racing spirit. Recipients of the trophy include John Paul Jr., Davey Hamilton, Ari Leyendijk, Kenny Breck, Tony Kanaan, and Sarah Fisher. That is the livery of our leader. And then right behind him is Mark Smith, the only Smith to ever get as close as possible to qualifying to the Indy 500. You would think a surname like Smith, Lewis, a Smith, I mean, that is the most common name in America, would have qualified for the Indy 500 by now. Nobody by the name of Smith has ever qualified for the Indy 500. In fact, Hunter Smith has more wins at the Indy 500 in elite racing competition than there have been qualifiers in real life. He has one. There's been none. But Hunter Smith representing that livery. He drove for Walker Racing, not a bad team, but unfortunately just didn't have the pace to make the race. Showing Seb Alexander in a 3rd spot. He's in that Takuma Sato throwback. Back to the IRL days.
Alexander with the Lotus?
Yes, the Lotus. Getting ready to go green now at lap 6. Next time by. We'll take a look more at these liveries in the lineup. There is the Lotus. Of course, that also could be
at least.
It could be Clark too, if you wanted it to be. There is one of a deep cut livery right here. This is Ryan Schultz in the Uno livery. That is Tim Richmond. Yes, everyone thinks of Tim Richmond as a stock car driver. He started at IndyCar first. In fact, his mother, after witnessing him make a very bad wreck at Michigan, is who encouraged him to go try stock car racing because, in her mind, it was safer.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. Without the hand device, there's still no dangers, actually. They're still the same.
Tim Richmond, the 1980 Indy 500 Rookie of the Year after starting 19th and finishing 9th. Richmond made 9 championship starts before moving to stock cars, where his speed was and his personality made him really NASCAR one of the defining talents.
Oh my God, Ryan Schul and
yeah, we're watching it.
Chad Frankenfeld.
Teammates racing hard. Caution again. AJ Musselman. Oh, unfortunately, Nicholas Sasek in his family's business livery. And we'll see what happened down the front straight. AJ in his own consulting gig livery, and Sasek takes a shot to the inside.
Man, the way he
really got to AJ quick. AJ was kind of rolling through the center of the corner, and contact. Oh, and another car rolling through. Not sure who that was, but might have made contact. Anyways, sorry, back to Ryan Schuld and the Tim Richmond livery. That was basically the most famous thing that Tim Richmond did. It wasn't that livery, by the way. It's when he rode back on the side pod of Johnny Rutherford, because Johnny Rutherford picked him up, I believe, on the back stretch, or maybe on the front stretch. Anyways, Richmond's car ran out of fuel, and he couldn't get it back to the pits. So he hopped on the side pod. Johnny Rutherford drove by him, saw he needed a lift, literally needed a lift, stopped the car, told him to hop on the side pod, and Tim Richmond rode into basically victory lane at Indianapolis on the side of Johnny Rutherford's car. Actually, he got off in pit road before they went to the victory lane, but it was a very entertaining raid down pit road with Tim Richmond. Just, you know how Tim Richmond was. He was just very much a party animal, and he's just sitting there pointing at Johnny Rutherford like, you the man, you the man, you the man, as he's riding open to the world on the side of an IndyCar side pod. Anyways, thanks for joining us, everybody. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. You are watching live coverage here on P1 and the Elite Racing Network of the Horizon, the IndyCar League that we broadcast last night, the Horizon Milwaukee 250, presented by Toaps Soap. Here are the points coming into today's race. As you mentioned, Daniel Falkenham with a 13-point lead over a tie for second between Albrecht and Brian Blaum, and Ryan Schuld in fourth. Micah Mixer in a tie for fifth. And Noah Gill, Gavin Hibbs, Mason Mitchell, Miles Brown, your top 10. Here are your rookie points. And Noah Gill is the leader of the rookie standings. And almost, unfortunately, just there was a steward decision. Had a podium last week, but he got penalized to the first car one lap down, I believe, is how it worked out to be. Miles Brown second, Mixer third, Mason Mitchum, Hoytsma, Silva, McKernan, Sherman, Lal, and Griffin Yellen make up basically the top 9.
Yeah, it was issue with somebody, I don't remember now.
Schuld, coming to Schuld, yeah.
Yeah, with Schuld, yeah, with Ryan Schuld. So that's why they give you a lap down, but he keep it with position. So that's a good thing about Daniel for him, because Daniel Falkenham made lap down until second.
Speaking of Falkenham, 2 wins this season, 54 points, 13-point championship lead. And this is his first ever IndyCar start at Milwaukee as we're coming up to speed here at lap 12, coming to 13 of 250 of the Horizon 250, presented by Toaps Soap. As we are back underway, it is Falkenham, Smith, Alexander, Schuld, and Frankenfeld, your top 5. Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah,
Hibbs, Holmes, Lal, getting all spicy back there.
Like he turning a little bit slow, and then he went accelerate and he almost hit the wall. But yeah, and people need to time. I think that's the thing, and that's gonna make it more interesting the race, to have a time like Costello's doing now in 17, passing 3 cars.
Oh my God. slide job in front of him. That's Hoytsma, I believe. Oh, a little bit of a lift in the middle of the corner. They are all stacking up now. Still 3 wide down the backstretch. At Pennzoil livery just ahead of him, and A.J. Hobson. We have a couple competing liveries out here. We'll try to keep them straight for you. And, of course, Craig Forsyth in the throwback livery all the time. Car around!
Oh.
Car around! That's Noah Carmichael.
I think the third one.
I don't think anyone... How did nobody touch him? Wow, Noah Carmichael. Remember, he snuck in his way into the PRI Hoosier 500. And let's see what happens here. Just go back a little bit longer here. Here he is. He's racing with A.J. Speaking of a 500 podium sitter there, there's A.J. Hobson. And what do we see? Just down low and just too much weight jacker in the middle of the corner? Or does he get a little bit of that curb? No. Maybe just too much weight jacker, and the back end of the car comes around. And how nobody hit him, because he starts to slide up. And that hole closes up rather quickly. And then it's like parting the sea. The Pole Award for today's Pole Award goes to Daniel Falkingham. Of course, the Pole Award is sponsored by 4D Racewear. 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the stream description. They are the sponsors of the Pole Award here in the Elite Racing League. Miles Brown has worked his way up to 6th. Gavin Hibbs, who likes these 1 mile ovals, he's in 7th. Hayden Lull in 8th. Ricky Paz. Surprised that we don't see him in an Adrian Fernandez or Pato livery. Could have gone to he could have gone on the Fernandez route, right?
Yeah, actually, could be great to have a Fernandez livery over there too.
Or Zaylee Garza. That would be the deep cut right there.
Oh.
Hayden Lull and a Bobby Unser throwback. Get the camera on him. Bobby Unser, 3-time Indianapolis 500 champion, and pretty good in his own right here at Milwaukee. A 3-time Indianapolis 500 winner in 68. He won in 3 different decades, 68, 75, and 81. Retired after winning in 81. 2-time national champion, 35 career IndyCar wins, 49 poles, 7 500-mile race victories, and a record 13 Pikes Peak hill climb wins. Unser is also the first driver to record a 200-mile-per-hour lap in IndyCar competition. His Milwaukee record, 32 starts, 4 wins, 5 poles, 9 podiums, 13 top 5s, and 16 top 10. And his victories here at Milwaukee came in 71, 72, 73, and 1980. As mentioned, Unser won 3 consecutive Milwaukee starts from August of 71 through June of 73 and returned to victory lane again here in 80. So a pretty good record for Uncle Bobby here at the 1 mile oval in Milwaukee. There's Michael Costello in that Marlboro livery. Of course, that was won here multiple times. Specifically, I remember Al Unser Jr. winning after his Indy 500 win in '94. Getting ready to go green this time by, it's going to be Falkingham, Seb Hunter Smith, Seb Alexander, Ryan Schuld, Chad Frankenfeld, Miles Brown. It's the Toaps Soap, presented by Toaps Soap. It's the Horizon 250. Back underway here at lap 21. Down the backstretch, look further back. Here comes Craig Forsyth to the inside. Look at Costello on the outside.
Yeah.
And out of the inside. And I believe Costello has, whoa, he slides up in front of Craig, and Craig gets out of it, and they stay out of it, but it got tight there. You heard Lewis give my reaction exactly. Right behind him, that's primetime John Stellard and the target scheme.
My.
On the outside, that is Nick Silver. He's honoring Emerson Fittipaldi in the 7-11 throwback there for Patrick Racing. I believe that's the livery he got his first ever Indy 500 win, or not his Indy 500 win, excuse me, his first ever IndyCar win when he won at Michigan, I believe in that. And then just behind him, another battle, Jared Rexing, Gavin Hibbs, Griffin Yellen. Look at him set it into the corners, Lewis. They're just kind of hoping that the car outside of him gives them the room.
I think it's it's not the always thinking about it. The dangerous is not in turn 3 and 4. It's just slightly. It's just in 1 and 2. I think if you go too close to the exit on the pit road, you can lose the car short. But 3 and 4 is kind of more optional to find a way to pass. You can go for inside, but also you can go for outside like Costello did. And also he did against Forsyth. So you have a lot of options over there, but I think 1 and 2 is the mostly because you're coming with all of this momentum to make the pass. You see that exit on the pit road. Well, I can take it, sure, you cannot because you can lose the car. But yeah, it's very difficult now to make the pass.
Griffin Yellen in that Andretti Haviland throwback. Of course, made famous by a couple different drivers. Cristiano D'Amata drove that livery, as well as it was originally started and driven by Michael Andretti. Also, Christian Fittipaldi drove that livery, but specifically Michael Andretti. He's the 91 Kart Series champion, a 42-time IndyCar race winner, 32-time pole sitter. He recorded 98 career podiums and finished second in Indianapolis 500 in 91. One of 5 top 5 finishes in 16 Indianapolis starts. His Milwaukee record, well, 18 starts, 5 victories, 2 poles, 10 podiums, and 13 top 5 finishes. He won in 86, 87, 91, 92, and 96, making him second only to Roger Ward on the all-time Milwaukee wins list. He actually won the race that actually his father got very seriously injured at back in 97. We got parts and flying on the front stretch. We have a missing wing.
Richie Hearn, I think he mentioned, Miles Brown is one front wing out. But I think Richie Hearn, I don't know.
Richie's good. We'll go back to Miles Brown. Did he get forgiven? No, he is a one-wing angel, and he's going to have to come to pit road and get that taken care of right now. Unfortunately, it's going to be an early stop for him about halfway through a stint at this point.
Oh, he was pretty good in top 10, 8th in position, battle with the Hayden Lowell, but no fault for Hayden, just Miles Brown too close on turn 3 and 4, actually.
Tonight's 5th running of the Horizon 250 is it's sponsored by the Horizon Racing League. Every lap matters, respect is earned, and every race is a battle to the finish. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or making a Horizon debut, that's your chance to prove you belong among the best. Expect clean, competitive racing strategy, competitive battles, and a community built around respect and sportsmanship. Tune in Wednesday nights here on the P1 channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central right here. And you can check out the next race on the Horizon Racing schedule. Actually, about 2 weeks from now, actually. Their next race will be at Gateway. They raced here last night. Won by Gary Lever in his first career victory in the Horizon Series. Nigel Camargo, he is in a deep cut livery, a super deep cut livery. That is Tom Bagley. You don't know Tom Bagley? Don't worry, I'll fill you in.
Have a contact on the back, AJ Hobson, and also Stellar.
AJ Hobson through the grass, John Stellard. Unfortunately, Milwaukee's not known for crabs, but he is crabbing right now on the backstretch in that Target livery.
Oh, Jelly? Oh, also Jelly is in ball. Also, too, Jeffrey Griffin in ball with Meatball Flag. No front win.
We'll watch this again and see what happened. There we see right in front of him, that is AJ. And right behind him is primetime John Stellard. And then the 7-Eleven livery just above them. That's the number 9 of a silver. And AJ got a little loose. And Yellen just rolls into it. I think that is very much a racing deal. AJ just got a little loose, and the angle's closed. Watch this again. Here, we'll watch. And we'll go inside, and I want to play this full stream. Watch this twitch. Watch the twitch in front. There it is. That's all it is. And yeah, and there's just no time to slow down there, Lewis.
No, for sure not. You don't have any chance to avoid that. And unfortunately for Griffin also too, it's like what to do. Nothing else. So look like easy, but it's not. Even his face, don't say it's fake, but it's like computer stuff. All the thing, man. For years, this thing is getting more realistic. We don't know. They know. The real drivers know how realistic it is, but it starts to getting more difficult than it used to be in 10 years ago.
Today's race presented by Toaps Soap. Get yourself a soap head sculpt of IndyCar Star Paddle Award, as well as David Malukas from Toaps Soap.
Paddle Award still?
What's that?
Paddle Award still?
Yeah, you can get Paddle Award and David Malukas head sculpts made out of soap. So you could take Pato and David Malukas to the shower.
Okay. That's okay. I don't want it. I just want to keep it in the. I want to keep it in there because look like
that.
Nice.
To me, that should, you keep it in the box and it goes up on your racing shelf, really. But I mean that. But
yes.
You know, yeah. Or you have a kid. Maybe you have a kid that really likes David Malukas because David Malukas looks like a kid. So maybe you have a kid that's his favorite driver, and he wants to when he gets into the tub, take in one of the head sculpts and a little scrub-a-dub-dub, get clean. So you want to check out Toaps Soap. Link is in the description, and buy one of their head sculpts of David Malukas and the Pato Award. Truly unique if you're an IndyCar memorabilia collector. Toaps Soap presenting today's race here for the Horizon 250. Getting ready to go green next time by. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Want to thank all of our broadcast partners here: Blue Egg Marketing, Lucas Oil, School of Racing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Tom, Bolin Ford. Thank them a lot for being sponsors here of the Elite Racing League. Check all their links out in the description. Getting ready to go green here. Coming to lap 39. And there he goes, Falkingham. He is not wasting any time. And Lewis, I don't know if you were watching Falkingham much in practice, but he looked like he was purposely trying to get his car to slide through corners. He was he just must have figured out that the handling, at least this setup, you had your hands full, and he was looking to purposely abuse the car.
I think he may find the way, but the problem is he been on the front for what? For 40 laps. Sorry, also 5 yellows in between. By not dirty air. So my question is about what is going to happen when they find it dirty air on front, and how it's going to be the driving on him. So for now, it's getting good. Gabby Gibbs is the fastest lap now in the track, but he's getting there. Actually, how about?
Caution! Harrison Talon, inside wall, off of turn 2. Gavin Hibbs just set a purple lap. We'll see what happened here. And just Harrison Talon Coming around the corner, and I think he just gets loose off, and yeah, there it is. Gets back on the power, and just to the inside wall. I think he keeps it off the inside wall. Whoa. Let's watch this again from his point of view. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, you can see him in the middle of the corner. Even in the middle of the between 1 and 2 is very loose, actually.
So look at him. Yeah, you can kind of feel in this orientation his ER is already loose, and he's getting back on the throttle. Let's watch. I want to hear on the throttle. Let's listen. Let's listen as he goes full speed. Let's listen to him. Does he get back in the throttle just a little too early? Fourth gear. On it. I don't think he got on too early. I think maybe just a little too much weight, Jacker. Okay, we had 9 cautions last night and 140 laps at Milwaukee. And in case anyone is wondering, the Elite Racing League's IndyCar record for number of cautions is 17. I'm not sure what we're at already here tonight.
Five.
We're at 5. So we are halfway to the count of last night's. And that was only 140 laps. We're doing 250 here today. Let's talk about Chad Frankenfeld, because he won of the top 5 most caution field races in league history. 3 of them were won by Chad. The most is 17 at Richmond in 2020B. That was won by Chad. He also won 15 caution race at Iowa in 2020A. And he also won 13 cautions, which was at Milwaukee here in 2023. So he won all 3 of those races, but he is driving a livery represented best and most notably by, and if you're a stock car fan, you're like, that's Richard Petty. No. That is not Richard Petty. That is 1982 Indy 500 winner, 2-time Indy 500 winner at that, Gordon Johncock. Won 73 in a rain-shortened race, won in 82, which stood as the closest Indy 500 win for many, many years. He's also the 1976 national champion. He won 25 IndyCar races. He sat on the pole 20 times. And believe it or not, yesterday was Gordon Johncock's 90th birthday, and I believe he is your second oldest living Indy 500 champion, only behind A.J. Foyt right now. So A.J. beats him in something else. I'm sure he would say that. But happy birthday, Gordon Johncock. He's also a handful of IndyCar drivers that after winning in Indianapolis came back here to Milwaukee to win the next week. Milwaukee produced Johncock's very first IndyCar victory in 65. His final IndyCar pole came here at 82. And he conveyed it into his 4th Milwaukee victory also in 82, only 2 weeks after winning the Indy 500, as I mentioned. So that's Gordon Johncock, a legend here at the 1 Mile Oval. In the livery there, driven by Chad. Patrick Racing. Get ready to go green. Falkingham's led them all. Hunter Smith, Seb Alexander, Ryan Scholl, Chad Frankenfeld, your top 5. We are back underway, but eyes are on Michael Costello in that Al Hunter Jr. Marlboro livery, as he is already on Gavin Hibbs, hounding him. Michael Costello up 12 spots, Lewis, and you've been calling him all day, and he has been riding this high line. Look at this high line through this corner. He is going to be in your living room right now.
Yeah, it's there. I think it's about the timing. He wants to be for sure a green flag races and laps actually. But unfortunately for my God on front, Ryan Schultz and Chad once again side by side, almost have a contact over there. But I think Costello's coming, and I think he's catch the setup of the car. I know it's getting high, a little bit loose over there, but it's getting the job done so far for now.
He could dive it into the corner so much harder than everyone is, but he's up against the wall. Falkingham purple lap that time by a 1:59.5. Costello is one, I think he's, other than maybe Richie Hearn, he might be the only other driver in this lineup who has real world experience at the Road of Indy level the road to Indy level. Hunter Smith, purple lap, 159.7. So Hunter's like, nope, you're not getting away. But I believe Costello has real-world experience in an open wheeler here at the mile. Look at this high line. He is up in a line that nobody else is using. Seb Alexander, purple lap, 160.2.
Well, the temperature of the track fell down to 95 Fahrenheit. So maybe that's why also it's a big cloud on the track. A little dark on the track, but I think Costello needs to. I'm talking about Costello again.
Oh, Costello!
Hit the wall again.
Oh,
yeah.
He doesn't have to go far to hit the wall. He drops the third gear. He's working on different gearing, trying to make. He's lost a little bit of the pace though. I wonder if maybe he's used up those tires. Maybe have a little damage from the wall. We continue to watch him. Right behind him is Nick Silver.
I was looking. I thinking about it. You said about the other Mexican.
Jose Lee Garza.
Yeah, but I thought. What about Pedro and Ricardo Rodriguez? They tried to, yes. And Pedro tried to come into the Indianapolis 500, 63, 64, and 67, but he couldn't qualify. So
yeah, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even portions of the 90s, there was typically way more than the 33, and to make the field really was a feat on its own. We'll get the weather off there, and we'll get you back to TV coverage. We watched this battle. Now, yeah, just 33 drivers showed up this year, so they just kind of show up and turn your 4 laps to find out where you start on the grid. Now a real challenge to whether you're going to make the race or not. But you're right, back in those 60s and 70s, 80s. In fact, in the 80s, they had over 100 drivers show up. That's the highest they've ever had.
Too much.
Now, if Chad had his way, there would be over 100 people that would show up for the Elite Racing League, and we'd be doing qualifying until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Watching this battle here between Silver and Costello for 7th and 8th position.
Something wrong with Costello. Don't know. He has clean air with 1.2 seconds ahead actually Chad, so he can go full throttle between Chad and Gibbs is side by side in turn 4, but he can go full throttle. He don't need to go too close to the wall again, or the second line. I think it's second, third line. Loose, actually, on the corner.
Of course, I believe Penske did a 1-2-3 in those liveries here as well at Milwaukee. But Al Unser Jr., 2-time Indy 500 winner, 92 and 94. 2-time IndyCar champion, 34-time race winner. His 92 race victory over Scott Goodyear stood as the closest Indy 500 finish in history until this year. He has 7 starts and 2 victories and 6 podiums and 8 top 5s here at Milwaukee, and he won the June 90 and again in the June 94 race, and he's also of a handful of drivers to win at Indianapolis one weekend and win the next weekend here at Milwaukee to back up his Indy 500 win. Among those also Gordon Johncock, we mentioned, Tom Sneva, Rick Mears, and Juan Pablo Montoya is the last driver to do it. Go a little forward. We got 2 teammates racing for position. Gavin Hibbs, Chad Frankenfeld, and Gavin clears him going in the 1.
Yeah, it's a battle. I think Gavin Gibbs a little bit loose on the car on the exit on turn 2. I'm really surprised about Scott Goodyear. Couldn't win any Indy 500 and even a champion.
But he won 2 Michigan 500s. He's a hand. I think it's him And Michael Andretti, of all drivers, have the most wins at the Michigan 500 with 2.
Wow.
In fact, he won in 92, got his first win, Scott Goodyear, at the Michigan 500, which kind of backed up how good he ran at Indianapolis. Got the win. The 94, yeah, we're watching Hibbs and Frankenfeld. We'll go back to Costello. There he is.
He hit the wall again in turn 4.
Goodyear won at Michigan in 94 in the Budweiser King Racing livery. Again, we are looking at pit stops for some of these leaders. The first 11 have not I don't think you're necessarily of any of them. No, I don't think so. The first 11 have stayed out for all the stops. So Brian Blauman, who's in 12th spot, stopped at lap 17.
Oh my God! Oh, Mac, yeah, I seen the pass of the Gabby Gibbs with the lap down. It was really, really tight.
We'll go back and watch that. And that's another Marlboro livery out there. Not sure who he was. That's McKiernan. Excuse me. Oh, McKiernan into the wall. So I guess McKiernan playing the role of Paul Tracy. I don't know. Yeah, there's Richie Hearn. Unfortunately, in that wonderful Domino's Pizza livery, down on speed right now. But that's one of my all-time favorites. The Domino's Hot One. Best name of a car. You know, most of the cars, they name them like specials, like the Pennzoil Special, or the Tom Sneva had the Texaco Star, and the Gold Charge. I think that's Penske did that, but the Domino's Hot One was always a different name. I liked it. You could if you like slot car racing back in the 80s, you could go buy a Tyco version of the Domino's Hot One for slot car racing. That's pretty cool. Back up front at lap, coming to 68 of 250 of their Horizon 250, presented by Toaps Soap. Daniel Falkingham continues to lead. He's led them all. Hunter Smith is in second, hanging tough. Hunter Smith likes these short ovals. He gets around Dave Huckleberry. Now, Dave, he's a Purdue guy, so he wants a gold livery. And this is about as gold as you get, short of Pagano's solid gold livery from a couple of years ago. This is Danny Sullivan. Danny Sullivan, the winner of the 85 Indy 500, 88 IndyCar champion, 17-time race winner, 19-time pole sitter. Indianapolis victory came at the famous spin and win after he passed Mario Andretti. His Milwaukee record, well, not so great. 12 starts, no wins, 1 podium, 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s. Best finish was a second to Rick Mears in 88. En route to the championship, also finished 4th in 85 and 5th in 91. That is Rick Mears, Danny Sullivan. Also appeared in Miami Vice, in an episode of Miami Vice in the 80s. Michael Costello says, I've given enough in to this lap in these set of tires. I'm getting us new sets. Caution on the racetrack.
And
Seb Alexander in the Takuma Sato throwback, and he is down a rear wing. What happened to Seb?
He went. Actually, when he entered to the corner, he's loose, and then
he did a great job to keep it off of. Yeah, did a great job to keep it off. And we just cut the camera away right when that happened, actually. So he did a great job of keeping it off of Huck. But unfortunately, he backed it into the wall, and that might be terminal damage for the 2-time race winner here in the series. Hey, we're going to take this minute to get in some ads. We don't have as much time to run ads as we have in the long cautions that we had the 2 weeks. So we'll get a couple ads in. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is the Horizon 250. We're lap 72 of 250, presented by Toaps Soap. Don't go anywhere. Pit stops underway here at the mile. We'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Sure.
We are back. And yes, I did see my magic pin left the mark. I want to make sure that I don't think we're seeing Lucas, our leader, Lucas Hoytsma, as our leader. He's going to go green here. I don't think he's in the livery that he intends to be, so we're just going to do a redraw and see if we got everything we're supposed to. But he is the leader right now. Second is Hayden Law, Craig Forsyth in third, Daniel Falkingham fourth. So the guys in the top 3, last pitted on lap 35, they are now your leaders.
Yeah, so with 40 laps, all tires, Mario Brown in between, Griffin also 2 in between. So Craig Forsyth is the last car with 41 on the stint, and it's coming Falkingham. So you wanna see how it works, Falkingham in the laps with the old tires. Sorry, with the new tire, but the third tier, and see how it's gonna be the passing, because the passing on this track is difficult. It's not that just because I have a new tires I can do it. No, you have to work in and try to wait for the mistake, or maybe the guy on the front see you faster, they can let you pass, but that's not the case over here.
Law to the inside and turn 3 to send Uncle Bobby to the lead, but he goes right up to the wall. Here comes Hoytsma on the inside. He's got a wheel there, but he's not going to have the preferred line going through the corner, but he actually is going to clear him. He does. He slides up in front of him. He's going to have a slower exit. It's going to allow Law to get the run back to the inside down the main straight going into 3. Then they'll go wheel to wheel one more time through 3 and 4. Uncle Bobby Livery decides to clear him now, and we have a new leader this time, but they're still going to drag race one more. What a battle for the lead here, right in front of Craig Forsyth. Craig Forsyth has the best seat in the house.
Yeah, how about the good seat? It's Griffin, my God, with Daniel Falkingham. I just noticed Costello lap down. He came in the wrong time.
Yes, caution came out shortly after he stopped, yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. Now Falkingham passed Griffin. He's going for Forsyth. And it's about 2/10 faster than Forsyth.
So we have a little lap traffic in the mix here, so we'll try to sort everything out. Hayden Law is your leader. Then right behind him is Hoytsma. And again, we did redraw all the liveries, so if Hoistman is supposed to be in another livery, we apologize in advance. Craig Forsyth, he is in third, and he is now being attacked by our points leader, Daniel Falkingham, who started from the pole. Right behind him is Hunter Smith, who's been up front all day, and he's got lap traffic around him. And there's a caution. Jordan Decker, Chris James. Chris James in the Buddy Lazier throwback.
Thyself, James, too close, too sharp.
We'll take a look here.
And I think Jordan Decker, man, that was close for him. Whew.
We'll see this
Costello
here.
out.
He goes. Does he clip the corner? Costello is retired. Oh, and just loose there right in the bottom there. And there he goes, right around, unfortunately. Does anyone get him? I think everyone misses him. Buddy Lazier, best known for winning the 96th Indy 500 for his first ever IndyCar win and a 2000 Indy Racing League champion. 8-time IndyCar race winner. Lazier also finished second at Indy in 98 and 2000. Had a pretty good record there from 96 to 2000. He was you could always find him up near the front of the pack at Indianapolis. He has 5 starts at Milwaukee, a 1 DNQ with the best finish of 15th. So not the stellar record for Buddy. But his strongest appearance was started 5th in 2005 in a substitute appearance for Panther Racing before, much like today, an incident ended his race after 129 laps. So looks like Chris James still going here as we are back under caution here at lap 250. And I think this is our 7th caution. So we're 2 more away from the 9 that we did last night.
I think it's 7. I think it's 7. Yeah, you're right.
Don't get the kids started on the 6-7 thing.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, but I'm sure there's somebody at home going, oh, he started. Oh, okay.
Tres. Yeah, 7. It is the 7 one.
And we haven't talked about all the records you need to know from it, because we're talking IndyCar history here. This is one of the longest running venues on the calendar and the schedule, even though that it's recently returned after a long absence. It opened as a dirt track in 1903, predating the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and was paved in 1954. It is recognized as the world's oldest continuously operating motor speedway and remains one of the most historically important venues in all of American racing, period. The real-world oval is officially measured a little at over a mile. We are using 1 mile according to the iRacing measurement tonight. So tonight's 250 laps, of course, will be 250 miles exactly on the iRacing mile. IndyCar racing returned to Milwaukee 2024. After an absence dating back to 2015, the 2 2024 races were the 114th and 115th championship car events raced at the track. Pato Award, talking about head sculpts of soap. And Scott McLaughlin won those races. And, of course, Christian Rasmussen with a heck of a win last year over Alex Palou. That was his first career victory. Roger Ward is the all-time IndyCar wins leader here at Milwaukee with 7 victories. A.J. Foyt has a track record with 7 poles. And the qualifying record belongs to Dario Franchitti with a speed of 170.841. And we're back underway here at lap 87 of 250 of the Horizon 250. And it's still Hayden Law. But Daniel, we got, that's Griffin sideways off the corner. Griffin yelling.
With Hunter Smith. Hunter Smith.
And that was a very, there's the contact. And it was just a lazy spin off the corner. And Chad had to take evasive action. But is that going to be costly now to Hunter? How do the stewards rule on that? because Griffin Yellen is back in 35th spot, 8 laps down. So how do the stewards rule on that? Are they going to penalize Hunter Smith to the tail end of the lead lap, the end of the pack? And if that's the case, it's going to bring him back to 25th, 26th, somewhere in there.
So yeah, so the penalty for him, it's going to be a drop to end.
Ooh.
Penalty.
Ooh.
So that's going to be difficult. It's not like drop to end in Kansas, drop to end to Chicago. It's drop to end in Milwaukee. And that's another thing. You don't want to be with all of these cars getting incident between. I know you're fast, sorry, but man, that's gonna be a tough stuff for him. 8 yellow now.
I did have drivers privately telling me that it might be a long evening, and we are kind of en route for that right now. Don't forget the NTT IndyCar Series returns to Milwaukee for a doubleheader, August 29th and 30th, 2026. If you're in the area, make sure to get your tickets. And there we go. Hoytsma's livery draws in, and there is the Pennzoil livery. Unfortunately, Hayden Lall, his livery goes from what it was, the Bobby Unser, to something else. So we'll draw it again to see if we can get all the files. Yeah, Trading Paints, just having a ball of a time. Like I've told iRacing to draw in every single car. It's not like I have any graphical limits on my my graphics card. Want to thank our sponsors here in the Elite Racing League. Blue Egg Marketing, Tom Bolin Ford, Lucas Oil School of Racing. And then I reload paints, and it swaps them between Lall and Hoytsma again. Try it one more time. We'll see what happens. We got 40 cars that started the day. Okay, we go green next time. Bye. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And we want to thank Worldwide Technology Raceway as well. They got some big events coming up in September that you want to get tickets for. Don't forget, IndyCars race there every year. Check out tickets for them. And there we go. We draw it in. We drew it in finally here. We got Bobby Unser leading Johnny Rutherford. There we go. Just like an old school race. And green flag is out.
I don't know, man. Mine, I see some blacks. I see some with white. Some of them with the right one. So I don't know. I don't know what happened with Tandy Paint. But it is what it is.
Johnny Rutherford had a lot of luck here at Milwaukee. He swept both races in 77, and also won in 1980. Back when Cart at the time, or USAC at the time, would run 2 races a season here. It was very common on the USAC calendar to go back to have 2 races at each track, kind of the old school Winston Cup schedule. Except for Indianapolis. Indianapolis was the only track they typically would only race at once a year, but they would race twice at Trenton, twice at Milwaukee, twice at Phoenix. And inside, oh, this is going to be interesting. And Harrison Talon, inside wall again off of 2. And does the same thing occur? Yes, it does. Just a lazy spin off the corner. And I believe the lead's going to be still Hoytsma. There, yeah, Hoytsma gets the lead. But the Pennzoil livery, many drivers have driven it, but first made famous, not driven first, but first made famous by Johnny Rutherford. Actually driven first for Hall Racing by Allentor Sr. in 1979. And he and Jim Hall did not get along and got removed from the seat. JR was available from McLaren. JR jumped in the seat, and that car delivered him a 1980 championship, a 1980 Indy 500 win. So he's a 3-time Indy 500 winner, and 74, 76, and 80. So born in the year I was born in, he won the 500. He's also the 1980 national champion, won 27 IndyCar wins. His final coming in the 86 Michigan 500 as a 23-time pole winner. And Lone Star JR becomes one of the defining stars of the McLaren and Chaparral eras of cars. He has 38 starts here at Milwaukee with 4 victories, 4 poles, 9 podiums, 16 top 5s, and 1 here in June of 74. Or excuse me, June of 74, June of 77, and August of 77, and August of 80. So actually, he's one of the drivers that backed up an Indy 500 win with a win here. And he is the original McLaren IndyCar driver. So before Papaya was Papaya, he was driving Papaya. At least for IndyCar.
Because McLaren dropped Papaya to Formula 1. That's why it came to Papaya everywhere. I like the you know what? To be honest, I really like the McLaren red and white in Formula 1, like happening in IndyCar. That's way better.
Here's Nick Silver in that Emerson Fittipaldi livery, 711. This is 711 before Tony Kanaan in the green 711. About 20 years before the green 711. We'll go green next time, Brian. Brian Blauman, second in the points. He is still in the Interscope livery. Yes, he is. And that actually did race here at Milwaukee. Noah Gill in the Valvoline throwback. That raced here, specifically with Robbie Gordon. Walker Racing, Jared Rexing. No livery for him. He's going to keep that in the Nesquik.
Too slow. I don't think it's proper speed on Lucas on the front.
Yeah, he's got command of the field. He could do kind of what he wants here. Now, there is a minimum speed they need to meet, so long as he was meeting it, and we are back green flag. Here coming to lap 99 of 250.
Well, I think nobody complained about that, but look like too slow. Oh, it's coming Scholl. Oh, passing a lap down, actually.
That is Miles Brown, one of your rookie points leaders, having a bit of a rough race. But again, a long ways to go. We're not even to the halfway point yet, folks. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate everybody being here.
Both channels.
Yep, right here at ERN. If you're not subscribed to ERN, subscribe to ERN. If you're not subscribed to P1, subscribe to P1. Hey, heck, man, subscribe to both. That's awesome. We really appreciate it. And I've got to thank our sponsors again, the Horizon Racing League for sponsoring the race. Toaps Soap for being the presenting sponsor. 4D Racewear for sponsoring the Pole Award. And, of course, Blue Egg Marketing. Newegg is the computer company. Blue Egg. Then we have Tom Holman Ford, Lucas Oil School of Racing, and Worldwide Technology Raceway, all premier sponsors of the Elite Racing League. Side by side, Noah Gill looking for a position.
Oh, we have to say hi to George. He's in chat.
Oh,
now.
George Ansaldo with the Sim Gaming Expo.
Yeah. After all clear, we're going to be over there on September. after everything on organized after September. We're gonna be over there 18, 19, 20.
Schaumburg Convention Center there. If you want to be a part of it, go to simgamingexpo.com. It's up in the Chicago area, kind of in the neighborhood here of Milwaukee.
I have to learn about that word because they're gonna ask me, where are you going? I'm going
Schaumburg.
Yes.
Schaumburg. Oh, Noah Gill yanks on that steering wheel, goes to the inside of Brian Blauman. These are two drivers in the top 10, and they're battling for position.
Yeah, what a surprise of, well, both of them 29th spot. Now Blauman's gonna go for 30, maybe, who knows? No, still in 29. Both of them is 29. They started in the back of the field, 37, 36. And pretty good job over there. And they are in the main strategy. Actually, Hunter Smith is strategy B with some others. But Lucas Hoitzman is the first one with 7 laps on the steam.
So our pole streak has been broken. We started this season with 2 different pole winners in the first 2 races. Well, Valkenham wins the pole, so he won the pole in the last race, so he's broken that streak now, but he's perfect so far in victory lane for this season. But right now he's in second spot as he is now around Ryan Scholl, and he's racing lap traffic. Miles Brown really wants to get by him. Valkenham might just be good to let him go by. Try to work on that fuel mileage.
Oh my God! So this is actually interesting. Sorry, because Lucas with 72 laps, he is 2.2 now ahead of Daniel, and Daniel Valkenham have a problem with Matt Brown. Now he's pulled away a little bit, but Ryan Scholl is coming. Is about 5:10, so we can say this between day and night. Day with clean air, easily on the front, and now we have a back at the day and the night day, where it's have a dirty on the front, and a little bit difficult to keep a pace of on the lead of the race now.
And Ryan Scholl's livery is not drawing in now, so we'll hit the button and see what happens. But he needs some good luck to happen for him here at Milwaukee. He finished 3rd and 4th. Or he finished 3rd at Portland. He's 4th in points. But all 4 of his previous starts here at Milwaukee in the Elite Racing League, his best finish here, 18th. So he would very much, as all the cars go beige for a moment, would very much like to get off the Milwaukee Schneid as he inside there, Miles Brown. Here he goes. The Uno livery is back. So he throws the draw 4 down on Miles Brown. Or maybe the skip card.
Yeah, difficult situation on Miles Brown. He called it for the pit. And let pass Chad, Ryan on the front. And now Ryan Scholl have a good momentum. He did 23.1 last time. But Chad is faster than Ryan.
Well, remember, they're teammates, even though you don't know it. They are teammates, so they're not going to battle each other too tough. But the interesting thing is, Lucy, I think you mentioned it. Let's go back to our leader, Hoitzma. Rookie this season, he is 77 laps into a stint, and I was about to say he's coming to pit road now, but he was able to pull away. And again, I don't necessarily know how much he was pulling away on merit, or how much he was pulling away based upon Valkenham backing it down, trying to save some fuel, knowing that Hoitzma had to come to pit road and get fuel. Why race him harder when you can race him smarter? So Hoitzma comes to pit road for his scheduled stop. He's going to go down a lap, but he went 72 laps on that stint.
Yeah, now fingers crossed for him because
78, 78.
Yeah, something happened. Same happened with the Costello. He come to the pit. We lap down. You need to come into the out.
And that's exactly right there. And I'm not sure where the issue happened.
Michael Rakes. Rick. Oh, they have a contact with Sepp Alexander. in turn 4.
Yes, and we'll go back and watch that, see how that unfolds. Seb just trying to get around him, and this is actually 4 position. Seb comes to the inside. Rake's driving tough. He's a new driver here in the league, so just want to know people know that he'll race you tough. And not sure how that one's going to be ruled, but it just looks like they ran out of room. Huck misses. One of the Marlboro liveries misses. I think that is McKiernan. And they get by. Spin around Rakes. I just have Rakes in a black and red car. I don't know what you have them in, Lewis. Hopefully I'm showing his right paint. But the 57 is going to have to come to pit road and get service and a new front wing as we see a bunch of drivers on pit road.
Wait, I have Rake just in my TV. Let me wait for all of them coming up for the pit because I see red and green moving everywhere. Oh, there it is. It's black and red. No, man.
Okay.
It's black and red on mine.
Okay, if it's black and red in yours, then it's black and red on mine. So we are showing the correct livery. Showing you Nigel Camargo. He's in 13th spot right now, and he is probably in the deepest of all deep cut liveries. This is the livery of Tom Bagley. He's the 1978 IndyCar USAC Rookie of the Year. Back-to-back USAC Mini Indy and Super V champion in 76 and 77. Bagley still holds the record in that series with 16 victories and 53 starts. He made 42 IndyCar starts and recorded a best finish of 9th at the 79 Indy 500. At Milwaukee, not the greatest record. He had 3 starts, 1 DNQ, 1 top 5 finish, and 2 top 10s. He finished 7th in the June 78 race. Did not qualify back when they actually had more cars that showed up than that was a regular thing for Indy cars back in the 70s. More cars would show up than starting positions, and he did not qualify for the August of 78 race. Finished 23rd in June of 80 and scored a career best Milwaukee resort of 4th in August of 1980. And actually his fourth place finish at Milwaukee was his career best finish in all of his IndyCar driving history. So that's how you do a deep cut, is you find a driver that nobody knows anything about really or remembers, and find out that their best finish came here at Milwaukee, and then you get their livery. That's a deep cut right there. So Nige, good job, Nige. I appreciate that. Here's another driver I want to point out here before we go, Green. Victor Aldrich, driving a livery. Actually, this is Tony Bettenhausen. He's driven it before in the league, but this is Tony Bettenhausen Jr. His father had a race named after him here at Milwaukee, the Bettenhausen 200. The second-generation IndyCar driver, brother to Gary Bettenhausen. Later was a team owner. Actually, kind of was a team owner that kind of gave Helio Castroneves a big break. He got the Helio Castroneves drive for Stefan Johansson drove for Bettenhausen for a very long time. Going green. We can talk more about Bettenhausen in the next caution because I'm sure we're going to get one. That's how we're going tonight. Green flag is out. Daniel Falkenham. Ryan, now if we go green for the remainder of this race, I will be surprised. But Daniel Falkenham, the leader. Ryan Schultz, second. Chad Frankenfeld, Gavin Hibbs, Nick Silver, your top 5. Back underway.
Noah Hill is side by side with Nick Silver, going for the 5. Noah Gills have Mentos take the 5th place, but it's coming Nick Silver returning.
Battle between teammates right here as Gavin Hibbs to the inside, and you do not want to wreck the admin and your teammate, Chad Frankenfeld. So he tucks back in line. So in front of him, he has the admin of the league, and then he has the owner of, I guess the team captain, the team owner of Little Eagle is actually Ryan Schold, and he's in second. So you don't want to hit the boss, and you don't want to hit the boss's boss.
No.
Remember, Gavin Hibbs, 1 win here in the Elite Racing League, and it came at New Hampshire. And remember, last time we were on a 1 mile oval like this at New Hampshire, he finished second only to Daniel Falkingham. Oh, and Falkingham right now is the leader, so might we see a repeat of the Magic Mile from a season ago?
Hey, you need to keep your eyes on Brian Bloman. It is in 15. He come to the pit. He have a 6 laps, and why not? Can be the strategy. Keep it over there with all of this yellow. Could be take the lead and maybe be on the front at some point again. And also the other driver is Hunter Smith with 34 laps. So that's maybe the driver, Brian Bloman in 15. It could be a good pit strategy over there. And in the end, we have to find out what happened for sure. It's too many yellow. But what if it can be in the end have him on the top 5, maybe battle for the victory.
And continuing to watch this battle. Hunter Smith there, side by side with the Pennzoil Chaparral. Oh, and there it is. Jordan Decker, Trey Holmes into the turn 4 wall. Let's see what happens. They are racing, I'm not sure who the black car is in the 20.
Gabby Higg. I have a contact.
Yeah, Gavin Higgins. And, yeah, contact there. Just they kind of run out of room. We'll watch it again here. This kind of started back in turn 2. I mean, they're kind of packed together. Higgins in the black car on the inside. Trey Holmes in the lighter blue car behind. That's the Nike car. And then you see contact there. And Trey's just more of an innocent victim there. And that's just a victim of closing rates. And that's Jordan Decker in the Little Eagle car. And we could watch from Trey Holmes' point of view. It just there was no place for him to go. It just basically he was instantly slowing down in front of him. And watch this. You can kind of see that the contact is going to come here, and there it is. Boom, and boom. One corner, the next corner. And then additional contact as an insult to injury. Go ahead.
So many people coming to the pits. Stay out. Aiden Lowell.
Stockner stays out. Lowell stays out. Brian Blauman. He.
Oh my God.
He stayed out, but there's a lot of lap traffic in front of him. And also give us a chance to give a spotlight on a livery here. Because right in front of him in the Beatrice Stellara, not the Beatrice Lola. I always knew it's the Beatrice Lola, but it's the Beatrice Stellara today. That's a throwback to Mario.
Oh no, we have a contact.
Oh no.
In the pit road.
Okay.
Hunter Smith is out of the race. Somebody lose a front wing. Jordan Decker.
So there's going to be Hunter Smith, Nick Silver.
Yeah, it's
and Noah Gill. Is this? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Noah Gill is involved.
Doctor stays out, so he comes in. Let's see what happens. Let's give a wider shot here. Okay, it happens all in front of him. So one of them is. They just run. What? The injured car of Jordan Decker was coming to pit road. And I think they got tied up behind him. So Decker goes to the inside, but he can't pass Gill. Gill decides that he's going to go late, but he doesn't expect the car to be the inside. And so now we're racing down pit road, and then here comes in the middle, that's Noah, and then Hunter. Wow.
You know what? I have to say this, but the rule is, in yellow flag, in yellow, you have to follow the right side, and Nick Silver just went to the live. What is Noah Gills? And Noah Gills, well,
and just everyone behind him. There's that. In the back of.
well,
It looks like one of the. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get names down here. Craig Forsyth got ran into from behind by the 92.
yeah, we have another.
That's
contact
Noah Carmichael. Yeah, so he lost his front wing. So there was all sorts of. There was all sorts of stuff going on pit road.
My God. No, after that, I have another incident between Chris James and Michael Riggs, and also Narji Camargo. You mentioned to him today. Somebody flew over the fence, man.
So we'll see. This is coming to. What happened? Rake's already had his rear wing was already down. How long was it down? So they're all lining up on pit road. Camargo. Wow. This is coming to green. This should have been a delayed green. The 90. Rakes into the back of Camargo. Camargo might not know he's down. And that's the 16 of Chris James. James is in. He should be in a livery too. That's not drawing in. I'm not sure why. That's going to be the Buddy Lazier. So, unfortunately, his day's done. So we got to get back to live racing. We got racing going on right now, but I'm surprised we didn't go on a delayed green there because there was a whole bunch of going down the backstretch, just getting in formation. And you can talk about this. And in fact, I want you to talk about this. Is turning when you know you're coming to green, you got to get in line. You got to be cognizant of the car in front of you. You don't want to run up on them. You want to give yourself space. You want to stagger yourself between the car in front of you and the car behind you so the car behind you doesn't run into you. That's exactly what happens when someone's not paying attention or something. They run into the back of you and it becomes a big accordion effort coming up to the green flag.
Yeah, Michael Riggs, I think, lose the focus on the car on the front of the Camargo. Camargo lose the back wing. He break in the middle. He thought, I'm gonna save it. No, he break it. He lose the control and came Chris James a little faster, leaving at least two cars in the way, and he just drew over the James. So he's out of the race. He's actually in pit road now. So that's unfortunate. That's just focusing on the track. Some people asking for the yellow, but I think race control think doesn't need it because the track is clear. So that's unfortunate.
We're redrawing the graphics again, and there we see Ryan Schulden, Mason Mitchum. Mason was in last night's race here at the mile for the Horizon IndyCar Series, sponsor of today's race, also presented by Toaps Soap. And they sponsored last night's race as well. Toaps Soap 140.
By the way, Camargo have a back wing installed by iRacing, so it's okay. He's still running. He came to the pit to repair that. But anyways, he's side by side with Daniel Fockingham. So Fockingham started to getting a little bit difficult over there. He's the leader of the Strikey B, maybe?
So we were talking about Chris Albrecht, the pole sitter, one of our previous Indy 500s. He's driving a livery made famous by Mario Andretti, of course, winner.
No!
Oh, that's Camargo coming. Boy, we cannot talk about Mario Andretti apparently at this racetrack. Anyways, Camargo to the inside wall off of 2, and we'll see exactly what happened.
Daniel Fockingham made the contact. Oh no.
And that's going to be interesting. How are the stewards going to rule on that? Because we saw what happened with lap traffic with Hunter Smith. They sent him to the back.
They're going to send it to him on maybe on 18 between Camargo and Luca. Where's Luca? Over there. Luca is in the third place. Not third place. I said the third car before after, the pace car. So,
Yeah, Lucas Hoytsma. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
gonna be
We'll see
kind,
how this turns out. And this is a good opportunity while we're under caution to get a word in from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Milwaukee round of the 2026 P1 IndyCar Championship. We're at lap 142 of 250 of the Horizon 250 presented by Toaps Soaps. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Join us for these quick words, and we'll be back to reset the field for you right after these messages.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Bolin Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Before anyone else was talking about it, we were building it. Sim Gaming Expo, America's original, community-driven, multi-genre simulation gaming event. Experience the latest hardware and tech, meet creators, watch live competitions, and celebrate your passion with fellow sim enthusiasts. Join us September 18th to 20th, 2026 at the Schaumburg Convention Center in Schaumburg, Illinois.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race, it's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
We're back in time to go green for the Horizon 250 presented by Toaps Soaps. And we are back here at lap, going to go green at 145. We are past the halfway, but we are nearing a record on caution, so we hope we don't get there. Hayden Law, again, back as your leader. Brian Blauman second. Jared Rexing third. Ricky Paz, Micah Mixer, your top five.
yeah, it's number 12 on the Jellos now.
We still have a lot. We still have more than 100 laps to go.
I know. Yeah. That's a lot.
Ricky Paz. He was fast last night. He just had a really short night. And he was fast this season as well and had a very short night at Pocono. He is now up in the mix of it now. So we have two teammates in second and third. Go ahead.
No. I just assuming everyone need to come in one more time, and that's it. Because we've seen that the longest is 70 something.
78. I think 78.
Yeah.
And actually, Miles Brown did 80, but I don't know how much he did that on the lead lap or not. When you're not on the lead lap, you can kind of dial it down a little bit if you're not really racing it. So I know we saw 78 as a stint among the leaders. Hayden Law did. He's currently on 52. He's at 60. He did 60 before. Brian Blauman 31. He did 44 before. Same thing with Rexing. In fact, the next three drivers all did 44. So Blauman, Paz, Rexing, Schold all at 44. Actually, Schold at 56. but he's only 20 into his current stint. And I can give you those numbers right here. That's stint time. There you go. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. I think everybody for sure has one stop ahead of them. That is for sure. As we have debris on the front stretch. Not sure who that's from. Chris Albrecht is showing injured on pit road. The Mario Andretti car is going to get more Mario Andretti attention as he is right now coming to pit road, crippled right now.
Yeah, loose on turn 4. Hit the... Oh, no, man. He was very loose. He tried to hold it. He almost, but the car made some weird stuff, and he lost the car. So that's what the issue.
Mario had 36 starts and 1 DNQ, 4 victories, 6 poles, 11 podiums, 15 top 5s at Milwaukee. He won both races in 66, returned the win in 67, and earned his 4th victory in 85. And in 87, he had nearly a career-ending injury here, where he backed it into the rear, the rear of his car into the turn 1 wall. He got severely injured in that particular race. And ended up missing the Michigan 500 that season. What happened is he blew a tire on the main stretch, and it took out the rear wing, so he drove into turn 1 with no rear downforce whatsoever and immediately turned around, went into the back of the wall, and then bounced across the track and then back to the inside wall twice. Michael won the race, but that's kind of the beginning of Mario's like, how much longer are you going to do this, Mario? And, of course, he just came off an Indy 500. And he was leading that race, by the way. He was leading the Milwaukee race when he crashed. But he just came off an Indy 500 that he, again, in Mario or just in an Andretti form, dominated that race. And ended up having a mechanical issue. Caution on the racetrack where he didn't win. Stockner around. Oh, another car into the wall a little bit further back.
Carmichael. About the incident, and the other car is Nigel Stock, I think.
Yeah, Nicholas Stockner, and there's contact between Carmichael, inside wall, and then someone in one of the looks like a Target livery, I think, locks it up and gives a bit of the kiss to the inside wall.
Yeah, Nigel Stock.
No, and that's Stockner's halfway down the backstretch.
No, Nigel Stock, the 22.
Oh, Nigel Stock.
West.
Okay, we got Stock and Stockner involved in that one. You're right. My mistake. We'll watch him again. He just comes off. I think he sees what's going on. We'll go back a little bit further, and he sees what's going on. Actually, I think this is a case of one of those things where you just kind of come out of the throttle, and these cars like to unload themselves because it changes the center of balance. And that's kind of what happened there. Hopefully he's not too damaged by hitting the wall there. But we are back under caution. Laumann is going to stay out. We will get you off the stint time, get you back to intervals here. Because I think a lot of those people that needed to come to pit road decided to use this opportunity. We are, 11 cautions now?
No, we are 13.
Oh, okay. So 13 cautions. That is a tie for 4th all-time with Phoenix, Milwaukee of 2023, and Michigan of 2022B. So Phoenix in 2022A, Milwaukee in 2023, and Michigan in 2022B. 13 cautions in each one of those races.
Better than the 25 or 26 on Martinsville.
I'm sorry. That was another Elite Racing League race. Now, the inside joke on this is you were being a nice guy. So we're part of, but we're not kind of fully part of the Elite Racing League's network team. So we're not on all of their races. We just pretty much do IndyCar. So Lewis was available, and they needed someone to fill in for a truck race at Milwaukee. Or no, truck race at Martinsville. And so how often do we do truck races on P1? Not very often, only with the AMA.
Yeah.
And how often do we do races at Martinsville? Even more rare, I think, than that. And so you were a nice guy and volunteered to go into the booth for that race. And it was, I think you saw more caution laps than green flag laps in that race.
43. It was 43 cars. The leader wasn't the leader for the entire race. All good. 5 laps. yellow. 5 laps, yellow. So that was a long time ago. That's the first and last time offer myself. And even asking me, they didn't ask me anymore to, you want to come into the track again? I said, sure, no, I don't.
There's Micah Mixer and a Scott Dixon throwback. We'll talk about Scott Dixon here at the mile here in a little bit. Getting ready to go green this time. Brian Blauman, Ricky Paz, Jared Rexing, Ryan Schultz. So we got teammates in first and third, and teammates in second and fifth. Green flag back out.
Yeah, pretty good for Blauman over there. But also it is good for maybe Luca Huisman over there with the 16. So who knows? It's a very mix. I know the yellow flags make everything bad, but I think it's a good chance for Blauman. Also, I'm gonna put my spot for Luca Huisman.
Sorry, we're watching Daniel Falkenham back in 16th, and he is trying to battle his way. He has the bit in his teeth right now. 3 wide through the corner. We got Decker up top. He passes one of them. That's a 20 to the inside of Gavin Higgins in the plain black wrapper. Higgins is still racing for. This is for position, so these guys do not want to be passed. And Falkenham gets on by in 15th, but he still has a way to go. I mean, that is how hard it is to pass here. He has not been he has not been involved in this race since they sent him to the back for that incident that we saw a couple of cautions ago.
I think this race is open for everyone. It just because the yellow flags make all this open for everyone. Oh my God, it was loose on the back of the car, and I think it is. We cannot predict who's gonna. Somebody who's on the front of him. It was Hayden Lawson. We cannot predict who's gonna win because there's so many yellow flags that the guy is coming to the pit and they lose one lap, they come in the yellow flag. So it's a mix of the stuff gonna happen. But I think with 70 to go or 60 to go, we can find out who's gonna win the race because you don't have to come into the pit after that.
Let's go up a little bit further toward the leaders and take a look at Micah Mixer in the, not the Coors Silver Bullet. That actually belongs to Allenser Jr. But there is the Coors Light IndyCar that was only for a couple of appearances for Scott Dixon. Scott Dixon, of course, second all-time in IndyCar wins, a 6-time IndyCar champion, winner of the 2008 Indy 500, and one of the most successful drivers of this era. He won the 2001 Kart Rookie of the Year and built his career around extraordinary consistency, fuel saving. That's the big thing with him, and late race execution. He has 15 starts here at Milwaukee, has 1 victory, 4 podiums, 6 top 5 finishes, and won the 2009 race here, starting 4th and leading 27 laps. Dixon's Milwaukee victory came in the same season. He finished 2nd in the championship and remains one of the clearest examples of his ability to turn strategy and tire management into a win if you've ever watched that race. He was masterful in that race. Now, we supposedly had a Rick Mears livery in here. I don't know where that is. I don't think I've seen it. Rick Mears, one of his early liveries. Probably the gold.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it. I had notes prepared to talk about Rick Mears.
Let's see who was, and I let you know.
Also got notes on Juan Pablo Montoya. We had a couple target cars here. I thought this might be a good one to talk about Juan Pablo Montoya, who won here in 2000. We're watching Justin Vandermarl, one of our artists that help out. He is having himself a good race. He is up into the 8th spot. He's in a very much a Penske-looking throwback. I'm not sure of what. He didn't tell me. I said drivers, if you were in a livery and I didn't talk about you an awful lot, it's because I told you to tell me so I could put my notes together. Because I'm anything, I'm not prepared, right? I'm always prepared. So I wanted to have things to talk about, and, most of the time I was looking and say, that's Michael Andretti's livery. Yeah, that's a Penske livery. Yeah. Gavin Hibbs, he is working all over Jared Rexing. This is for the bottom step of the podium. Oh, way up in the gray. He goes right where no one is to get the momentum, but he might have scrubbed a little bit of it off. Gavin Hibbs loves 1 mile flat ovals in IndyCar.
Who's the driver on second place? How you call it?
Ricky Paz?
Oh,
the maestro.
So you cannot say Ricky Paz.
No, I cannot. That is why you are here, sir. I either need you. I either need you or a German here that can roll R's.
That's why Glendy asking if I can hit with a roller the Ricky Paz.
I can go Ricky Paz.
Ricky Paz. We don't say the same in Spanish. Only the Spanish people. I don't know why. Sounds like Yeah, it's doing pretty well actually on the second place. He is the only one. I can tell you. Does include include Craig Forsyth improving by 2 digits. Only 1 digit. The other drivers improved for double.
Yeah, so that means that they are kind of in the neighborhood of where they started. That's the big thing. So Ricky Paz up 8, Gavin Hibbs up 3, Brian Schultz down 2, so he's in the neighborhood of where he started. Chad Frankenfeld down 2, but he's blinking out right now. And then Craig Forsyth up 5. So he started 15th. He's in 10th position. Still, we have a lot of racing to go here, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I want to thank Horizon IndyCar Series for sponsoring today's race. Check them out Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on P1 to learn more about the Horizon IndyCar Series. I believe there's a link in the description. You can go to the Discord to learn more, and you can be a participant in the Horizon IndyCar Series. Again, race on Wednesdays, 8 p.m., most Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and it'll be on P1. And then they're sponsored by Toaps Soap, and Toaps Soap presents this race. So you can get your own head sculpt, a soap head sculpt of Pato Award or David Malukas. Let's go to toapsoap.com. Buy it today. Of course, Craig Forsyth driving the 4D car. Car sideways coming off the corner. That is Hayden Law. Uncle Bobby sideways off of turn 2. Stop the car.
It could be a nice chance for all the leaders. That's included Brian Blowman, because I said that. I want to still keep it at that. To come into the pit and just put the tires and go to the end.
And we'll see what happened.
14, actually.
We will see what happened. He just, got it loose there. And we've seen the same incident about a half dozen times now with a lot of drivers. I think it's just too much tools. When we say too much tools, it's too much weight jacker. Getting the car to over-rotate. Normally it's a loose off type condition. And when you get into the throttle and you have worn tires and you have too much weight jacker, that's exactly kind of what happens. Just using our best judgment there. We don't know that for sure. What we're going to do, take this opportunity to get some more words in from our sponsor. We'll reset the field when we come back. Don't go anywhere. We're at lap 180 of 250 of the Horizon 250 presented by Toaps Soap. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, and we'll reset the field and hopefully bring you a finish of our short oval race, first short oval race of the season. We'll be right back.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race, it's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
Before anyone else was talking about it, we were building it. Sim Gaming Expo, America's original, community-driven, multi-genre simulation gaming event. Experience the latest hardware and tech, meet creators, watch live competitions, and celebrate your passion with fellow sim enthusiasts. Join us September 18th to 20th, 2026 at the Schaumburg Convention Center in Schaumburg, Illinois.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Bolin Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
We're back going green next time by. It's been a bit of a rough race, but Gavin Hibbs does what Gavin Hibbs does in an IndyCar on 1 mile ovals, and that is lead. He is your leader, followed by Justin Vandermarl and James Watson. So we got Little Eagle, and Team Watson. 1, 2, and 3. Ricky Paz, VRL. And P4, Lake Norman in P5 and P6, Little Eagle in P7, Votive in P8, Votive in P9, and Daniel Falkingham in 10th. And we still have lots of racing to go here, Lewis. We cannot rule out Daniel Falkingham at this point. He is too close to the front now.
Yeah, actually it's getting close, but I think the point is Ricky Paz have the best chance because it's leading virtually the race because it's very good wax on Justin and Gabby Hibbs.
Oh, we're watching Falkingham, and he just sends it into the corner. Watch this line that he uses, especially down the front stretch. Let's go to the blimp view. We might have a better look here. He is just diving it in there, and he's getting underneath everybody. But watch this again, down the front stretch, and he does this very early arc in. Look at this, earlier than everyone else. And he just gets this huge run. Now, the thing is, he gets down to the bottom and he starts moving up on the dirty air. And if there's a car who is outside, that's where it becomes dangerous. But now he started 10th, Lewis, and he is now up to 8th. And he's on the inside of Ryan Schold. This right here has championship points implications because Schold's in the top 5. And not on top of that, Schold just doesn't have a really lot of good luck here. And see him diving in there again.
The thing is, how much?
Micah Mixer in the wall behind him. Sorry, go ahead.
For how long is going to be this diving or dive bomb actually for the Daniel on the cars on the front because they have a Ryan Schultz and also Ryan Schultz is pretty. It's not just.
Oh, he grabbed a lot of that curb.
Ugh. He knows it's about the time. He's losing time over there. But Ryan Schultz have a defender position. And on the front is side-by-side Waxon and Ricky Paz with Blumman over there. And Ricky Paz is going to maybe take it. He take the position.
And that's just allowing Falkingham to get closer and closer. Meanwhile, up front, Gavin Hibbs and Justin Vandermarl, teammates. They are currently 60 laps into their stint. They should come to pit road anytime. It will be a final stop for them. But the problem is, when they come to pit road, they will be in the
Ricky Paz, Watson!
I saw that in the background, and I wanted to get the camera back there because I thought that might get tight, and you called it. And I wanted just to talk about Hibbs and Vandermarl, because if they did come to pit road here soon, they would be in what the T-Bell calls, in Townsend Bell, T-Bell, in those IndyCar broadcasts, the danger zone. And
that's why. He started all in the turn 3 where the Ricky Paz was leading, losing the car in turn 3 and 4. He took the too much curve. And then all this disaster on the...
how did Ryan Schold miss that? Ryan Schold... I think he net-coded through that, but we'll watch this again from the P1 airship. But watch Ryan Schold here in the Tim Richmond Uno-sponsored IndyCar. Yeah, that's netcode luck right there. He's zeroed X that thing for sure. And on top of that, you know what else out of this whole thing is Falkenham just goes, thank you guys. That's just 2 more spots he doesn't have to pass on a racetrack that is incredibly hard to pass at. And that took out at least one driver you thought had a shot at getting the win. You thought Ricky Paz, you were telling me during the commercial, you think Ricky Paz has a shot. And that removes him from contention, I think. He's still on the lead lap, but he's on pit road.
Yeah, but I still think Blauman have the shot over there, and also Ryan Schultz. Man, even Rexing is in the points to even finish top 3. It's a lot of things, but I think Blauman is a one to keep an eyes, because I always say this: you can be good in oval, but if you're good in road, you can be good in short oval, because at least you can use brake. That's why Daniel Falkenham is do that stuff, diving, because he know how to brake in and make the car make the transition in between. So that's why, I guess, that's always thinking about that. But it's gonna be excited. But we need to finish the race in green to get excited race on the end.
This gives me a chance, though, with Blauman here in the lead, to talk about Danny Ungaius, the guy that he's been honoring with his livery for much of the last season and a half. 7 starts here at Milwaukee, 1 win, 3 poles, 1 podium, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and the winner of the 78 Tony Bettenhausen, August 78, Tony Bettenhausen 200. Started from the pole 3 times here. He led 179 to 200 laps in that race that he won. But other than that, it was feast and famine for him. His finishes were not the greatest. 17th, 21st, 16th, 24th, 12th, and 10th outside of that win. So maybe Blauman can ride that omen and get a win here and bring himself closer in the points championship before Falkenham really gets a chance to extend the lead and stretch out a little bit.
I think it's going to be tough, especially with Ryan Schultz in there. They have a good chance. Actually, Ryan Schultz is faster. But I think it's going to be difficult for Daniel Falkenham when he's going for Ryan and then going for Brian. So, difficult there.
Great flags out. 57 to go. The Horizon 250 presented by Toaps Soap. We're underway again. Blauman, Schold, Rexing, Falkenham, Mixer, your top 5. And I think someone's tracking cautions in chat. Lewis, what are we up to now?
It is 16.
16. So the record is 17. Richmond, 2020B. Oh, no. We are 1 away from tying a record we don't want to tie. And Rexing taking a peek to the inside of Schold. But Rexing is playing rear gunner for Blauman. Really, I think Rexing needs to be major wide here He needs to kind of help Blauman pull away. Blauman 16 laps into the stint.
Oh, not getting close. I think everyone can finish a race like this. Nobody needs to come into the pit, sure. If we have another yellow.
Yeah, 54 to go. Yeah, I think we might be good. A new set of tires.
Yeah.
Somebody might like that. We saw what happened last night with new set of tires with the Prodigy. He threw in a new set right there at the end and did a full send. There goes Falkenham to the inside, looking for that bottom step. He's there. He's not out of this thing yet. We're going to go 3 wide through the corner. This is for P2. Blauman sees us in his rearview mirror and thinking, come on, boys, keep fighting. I'm going to pull away. Rexine holds him off. Falkenham fades back. Rexine to the bottom aero block. Big aero block to the inside. That's going to allow Scholl to get a big run on the outside, and he'll hold on the second spot.
Yeah, be careful. It's Michael Mixon on the back. He waited for the mistake with somebody to take one position. Man, Rexine is loose on the exit.
Let's ride from Micah Mixer's point of view. Oh, there's contact right there.
No.
And I'm sorry, it was a Micah Mixer. We just jumped on, making contact. As we see Mason Mitchum. Wow, that was just bad timing on me for. Let's watch this again.
Rexine loose, and in the middle of the, oh my God, and the
I think we got to go back to the blip because you said he got loose. So we'll go to Rexine on this. We'll just go back a little 10 seconds. Rexine on the high side. And do we see him get loose? Do we see him get loose? Yeah, there it is. You even see the tire marks. Oh. And then we got cars going to the inside. Oh, Hibbs goes into it. Oh, Justin Vandermarl was having a good race. He gets into it. Mason Mitchum had a good race last night in Horizon. He gets into it. Oh, my goodness. And, folks, I think we just tied a record.
Man, let me confirm. To be honest, I guess I hope it's going to be less. But I stopped to counting. But I think it's 17 now. Oh, my God.
49 to go, and we still have lots of racing. 50 miles still here at America's historic 1 mile oval in Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Mile on the fairgrounds, on the site of the Wisconsin State Fairgrounds, not too far from the headquarters of Harley-Davidson. Blauman is your leader. Ryan Scholl is in second. Daniel Falkingham is in third. So Throwback Liveries, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now Hibbs, I think, went through the zone, but maybe zeroed X'd it. So he is still good. Then we have Victor Aldrich in the Tony Bettenhausen livery at a track that had a race named after Tony Bettenhausen. Victor Aldrich is up to 6th now. Craig Forsyth in that Forsyth Racing livery. And I should point out that Jacques Villeneuve has 2 starts here at Milwaukee. No wins, no poles, no podiums, and 2 top 10s. So consistently in the top 10. And that's very much like Craig. Pretty much you see him in the lineup. You can count on a top 10 almost. But his 2 starts came in 94 and 95. Never led a lap. But both finishes are right around 7th spot. And, of course, his last start here at Milwaukee came a week after getting a win at the Indy 500 in 1995.
Okay, 16. Sorry.
All right, 16.
16.
So we are one away from the record. One away from the record. Let's also go through the Ricky Paz. He has been repaired, so he seems to be back okay. He is at 8th spot. Hayden Law in a Throwback livery is in 9th, and Gavin Higgins in the plain black wrapper, very quietly, has worked his way in the 10th. And I shouldn't say very quietly worked his way in the 10th as a surprise. He started 9th, so he has a good pace here. But he has been in the mid-pack for most of the day. So he's worked his way back up. We started with 40. We currently have about 20 cars still running, give or take. Last car running on the lead lap is McKiernan in 2030, is 12 laps down. Going green this time by at lap 47 to 46 to go. Blauman with his one win a season ago, and he's been sitting on 3 straight podiums. Big dive to the inside. Falkingham just sends it, and again, no one else is doing that same move that he is. He is watching, and he's been passing everybody. I'm surprised no one else is noticing this move. There he is again.
He's lucky, man. I don't know how he do it, but he do it very well. The diving over there, but this, like I said, is diving like when you're racing in the road course, when you try to go in for the limit of the brake point, and he's doing the same thing. He just send it, clicking, pick a little bit brake, and just getting close to the car. But the problem is you wasted too much grip on the car, especially that. Look at that. He's losing time over there. He's coming. Look at.
Let's watch. Let's watch.
The back.
Let's watch. Does he go for the brake at all? Yes, he is hitting the brake. He is hitting the brake as he gets to the apex. He's hitting a little bit of the brake. And I don't even know if we can get a tight shot through the corners. Can we see brake rotors light up? I don't know if we can.
Can see on my camera maybe to see. No, I don't think he's that red yet.
But these are not big brake rotors on these cars for these oval races. They're actually smaller brake rotors. So 1 mile oval brake rotors will be slightly larger than the super speedway, and he's going to clear Schold. But they do not have the same braking power they do on road courses with these brakes, even at the 1 mile oval with the high downforce package. So now Blauman, as we are bleaking down in and out there, so hopefully that's not impacting the stream any.
Oitsma on the back with, oh my God, he clipped the pit row entry, and Gabby Gibbs takes the fourth place actually.
We saw Hoytsma do what we saw Indy Kirchbauer, the prodigy, do last night. A number of times he went right down to that road. And now Hibbs around the outside of Schold. So Hibbs has the freshest tires of this group. Hibbs now in second spot. Blauman still the leader. Blauman at 31 laps of the current stint. Falkingham 31 laps of the current stint. Hibbs only 20 laps, so his tires are much younger. And again, we talked about it before. He loves 1 mile ovals here in IndyCar competition. Chad Frankenfeld coming off of pit road. He's back in the lineup after dropping. Gibbs up in the gray. But now Blauman is around Frankenfeld. Frankenfeld tucks back in line.
Can we make it a difficult? Sure it can. There's no blue flag.
No blue flags here. And so he will apply dirty air to Falkingham, who's in second, but third in the picture. 38 to go. Coming to 37 to go. We think the leaders are good to go to the end. They should not need any more stops. The problem we've been having today is getting long green flag runs.
The problem of the chat and Daniel is Gabby Gibbs is going close of Daniel Falkingham.
Watching Forsyth, Vandermarl, Higgins, and Vandermarl. Also back there, Victor Aldrich. We got Huckleberry, Dave Huck in the gold car. Oh, everyone's trying to get in line. Hibbs has made it to the back end of Falkingham, just like he did at New Hampshire, but he couldn't pull off the pass, and he was pretty much doing the same type of thing. So now Falkingham down low, defending. Here comes Hibbs to the inside. Hibbs to the inside. He's going to take a shot into 3. He goes to the inside in 3. They're going to drag race up the corner, and in front of them is a teammate for Hibbs. That is Frankenfield. Frankenfield can dip down and apply dirty air to where Falkingham is, and then give the draft to Hibbs. Excuse me, Hibbs. Falkingham, Frankenfield. I'm getting tongue twisted here.
I don't think the tires on Falkingham is. Oh, look at that! What a
big move and a big run to the inside. This is for second place on the racetrack. He could have slid up and take the position. He's not quite clear. Momentum on the high side. Falkingham. They're going to drag race down the backstretch.
Too close on the edge on the half of the loose the car, and the tires of the Falkingham maybe is done. I think it's just by driving, try to survive on the car. It's just no performance. The car is gone. I think the tire is gone. He used too much tires to make the pass and diving like that. It's coming Gabby Gibbs with 10 more tires, new tires actually, fresh, to be on the tail of the Daniel. Oh, he hit the wall.
And we watched Hoytsma and Schold. They were in a battle. They get that thing settled real quickly. But you're right, Falkingham racing really hard. All the while, Brian Blauman wants to pull away, and he's leading by 1.3 seconds. He's just about broken the track. Caution on the racetrack.
Yellow.
And we got a new record, unfortunately. And I don't know where the caution is. I think
17.
It might be Jordan Decker.
It is the 17.
The 17th. The 17 for the 18th caution?
No,
or the 17th.
Really
the 17 for the 17th caution.
Yes. Now it's 17.
So we've tied the all-time record now. We've tied Richmond in 2020B, and we watch what happened to Jordan Decker, and just again, I don't know if maybe he's coming to pit road. He had a very shallow line, and he kisses the inside wall, and boink, there it is. So now, Lewis, we're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to take any more breaks. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Lucas Oil School of Racing, Blue Egg, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Tom Holman Ford. We want to thank Tom Bolin Ford, excuse me. We want to thank everybody for being sponsors. Again, Toaps Soap for being the presenting sponsor of today's race, the Horizon Racing League. Their logo has been up in the tree all day long. I want to thank everybody for sponsoring. If you want to learn more about the Horizon Series, check out links in the descriptions. You should be able to go to their Discord server to learn more. Wednesday nights right here on P1, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, IndyCar Series. You want to check them out. Now, so do we see any takers to pit road? And I don't think – I think track – we've talked about this before with New Hampshire, and we've seen it before in other series. Track position is too valuable here, even with new tires. I don't think the leaders come to pit road. I don't think they throw on a new set of tires. Somebody in the back will, and they'll pick up a bunch of spots in this last run. But I think this is how we're going to decide it right here.
Yeah, Ricky Paz is the only one came just now.
So he's in 12th.
Maybe gonna get maybe 3 or 4 positions over there. But man, it's gonna be difficult. You're coming faster, and you see the car on the front. You're really slow, and maybe can be accidents over there. But I hope not. Hope not.
All right. And again, want to thank the guys at Horizon. Want to thank Toaps Soap. Make sure to check out their website, toapsoap.com. Get your own soap head sculpt of Pato Award, David Malukas. Toapsoap.com. It will go green when the pace car leaves and next time by. So one more lap. I don't think we're going to shorten these cautions here yet, considering they're all kind of staggered right now. They're not in perfect position. But look at Falkingham. Falkingham is right there. He fell back a little bit, but he's going to be all over the attenuator of Blauman. And just to be clear, if you don't know what the attenuator is, it's this thing right here on the back of the car. It covers the gearbox. It's crushed material to help absorb an impact. There we go. Green flag is out. And here we go. The snake begins. Blauman goes and defends to the inside. Brings Falkingham with him, and now we have a race for third between Hibbs and Hoytsma.
It was loose. A little bit loose over there, getting close to the wall. You know, the part of the wall that's safe, it's getting close, so you don't want to get a touch over there. But Daniel's getting there, man. He's going for that. So I think Gabby Gibbs is one to that battle, getting close with these two.
And Blauman needs to drive his lights out, to drive the race of his life here. And he drove the race of his life at Gateway when he got his first win. But he needs to be really up on the wheel here over these final 24 miles because he has one of the best behind him running him down. And he needs to race like this. Otherwise, he's just going to fall more behind in the standings. If he gets the win today, at least pushes things a little bit closer to the inside. Falkingham looks, he gets there, he goes down to the access road, he uses it, but he gets loose, he scoots up the racetrack, he loses some valuable track position, but he's still there. He's going to try to reel him in. He goes to the inside in turn 3. Blauman slams the door, dirty air, causing Falkingham a little bit of a lift. Here's the snake again down the front stretch, back into 1. Again, Falkingham with that dive into the corner. He gets down to the bottom. He grabs the brake to help the car rotate, but he loses all that momentum. Now defending to the inside. Falkingham goes to the inside. Blauman defends. Blauman comes in the corner. He's going to give the dirty air to Falkingham one more time, but behind him we got a heck of a battle between Hibbs and Hoytsma. Here comes Falkingham to the inside. He dives, and the cautions is out, and I think Blauman is going to be... Well, I don't know. Are they going to give it? It goes back to the last lap, and Blauman gets the lead. And I don't know who it was. Was it Jordan Decker?
I think it's Decker. Give me 1 second. No, it's not Decker. Give me 1 second.
I don't know who it was.
I'll let you know who's what. Ricky Paz. No, wait, Ricky? Oh, yeah, Ricky Paz, they're losing front wing. Oh, wait, get a Forsyth. Oh, Forsyth's loose. And Ricky Paz, unfortunately for him, he's okay, actually. Fred Forsyth's gone. So that's turn 4.
Here is, I think, the
Forsyth.
contact right here. Coming off the corner, or did we go back too far? Oh, Craig got loose. Yeah, Craig got loose, lifted, and Paz was right there. Just, that's another, again, once again, comes back to the closing rate of these cars. Ricky Paz is going to have to come to pit road, but his crew is bolted on all sorts of new parts on his Delara tonight. He will get some new ones. He looks like he might be okay, but we don't know what the condition of his floor is. Okay. So that was interesting because if that lap continued, that would have been Daniel Falkingham as the leader. But since we go back to the last lap recorded when the caution comes out, Blauman gets back the lead. And so these are just laps that he can then bide time, much like Gary Lovern did last night in the Horizon Series where we had all these back-to-back cautions. And by the way, congratulations on the new caution record, everybody. You're now part of a race that will go down in history. I don't know how often we want to see Milwaukee on the schedule, or Richmond for that matter.
Well, discussing in the chat over here on the race, and people say it's not normal. So sure, it's not, because we have over the 90%. You have the data over that. But yeah, I think cannot be that normal to have 40 cars in the lineup, and just we are only 12 in the lap. And,
12 on the lead lap. Yep.
Yeah, and I think Sam with Mason Mitch on 19 with 12, Jordan Decker and 20 with 12 down, and McKean also 2 with 12. So even Chad is 22. So yeah.
So we'll go green next time by. Once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching round 3 of the 2026 BP1 IndyCar Championship from the Milwaukee Mile. We're currently 17 laps to go. Brian Blauman looking for his second career win. Right behind him, he is second in points, by the way, and the guy leading him in points and who's won every race so far this season is Daniel Falkingham right behind him. So we had 17 laps to go here in the 5th running of the Horizon 250 presented by Toaps Soap. Remember, Falkingham won the first 2 rounds. Blauman finished on the podium in both of the first 2 races. Join us next Thursday, August 13th, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time for 95 laps for the Elite Grand Prix of Monterey from Laguna Seca, Luis. 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time right here on P1 of the Elite Racing League. Give us thumbs ups. Give us likes. We need them. We deserve them. Inside Huisma, he's not for position. That's just for track position. But Blauman breaks away a little bit, but he has Falkingham, and still plenty of time. 16 laps, 16 miles, now 15 and a half miles as they go through 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be the longest 16th lap for Brian until Daniel do something. But for now, it's need to learn what he did in the last thing before the yellow flag. Don't do it again. So I think he need to learn about that. But for now, is keep it the pace between each other.
Leader by 2 over Falkingham. Hibbs about 6 car lengths back. Tries to reel him in. Huisma having himself a good race. Ricky Paz, even with all the damage and new parts, 160.3 a purple lap. A little bit of red, a little bit of hot sauce there. Gavin Hibbs goes to the inside trying to break the draft. Hibbs would like to get up there and be part of this battle. Falkingham to the inside there through 1 and 2. Brian Blauman dips down to the inside. Pretty much predominantly holds his line, which probably is the right move. Blauman tires are 59 laps old. Falkingham 58. So virtually identical tires. Pretty much virtually identical fuel in the tank, I'm willing to bet. Nice run off the corner. Ricky Paz, purple lap again. Nice run off the corner for Blauman. He pulls out 4 car lengths.
Oh, a little loose, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel was loose. You heard him get out of the throttle, and now all of a sudden Hibbs is there. And that's exactly what Blauman wants to see. Less than 11 laps to the end here. Paz purple lap again.
Daniel almost clipped the grass on the last lap, and that's why he almost lose the control.
Caution on the racetrack, and it's Ryan Schold. We talked about his bad luck, and there's 4 cars all in a bundle.
Aiden Lowell.
All at the far end of the speedway in turns 3 and 4.
Man, I know that is the worst. Sorry, but I have to say that this is the worst dive bomb you can do it on the track, man. He just came for 2 cars on the behind. He made the attempt to make the pass 2 cars in one corner, and he just taken out 3 cars. Because he wanted a bomb too.
Higgins is involved in the plain black wrapper. Then we have Hayden Lull, where I think he made the lunge there. Then we have also involved Justin Vandermarl, who was having himself a good day, and that looks like terminal damage to Ryan Schold, and I think his day, unfortunately, is over in the Tim Richmond ride. Let's. I want to go back and watch this a little bit from Higgins' point of view. And you see, and yeah, just to the inside, and just a little kiss of contact there, and that's all. And then Vandermarl is all over the binders, just trying to slow down, and there's just too much. The hole closes on him. Okay. All right, so I'll say this. This is mirroring last night's race, almost identical. And in fact, even for last night's winner in the Horizon IndyCar Series, which was Gary Lovern. Now, we're not looking at a first career win here for Brian Blauman. This will be his second career win, but fourth straight podium, actually. Remember, he won at Gateway to end last season, and he's been on the podium for the first two races, so it'll be a fourth straight. This is exactly what happened, and it allowed Lovern just to basically bank laps, buy time that could have been used to run him down, and it just ran out of time, and Lovern won the race, and we're much in the same boat here. I don't know if we're going green this time by. We're less than 10 to go. I don't know if they changed the rules for less than 10 to go. I think we're going green this time by. Yes. I think we're going green with seeing this formation. So we're going to go green. We're not going to waste any extra time on any extra laps. And whoa, a Scott Goodyear type of thing going on in the main straight. That was passing the pace car. Black flag for Blauman, black flag for Falkenham, black flag for Gibbs, black flag for Huisma. Justin Vandermarl is actually going to be scored the leader. Now we're going to be clearing the cautions. I'm going to tell you, that's going to be reviewed. That's going to be reviewed. That had Scott Goodyear written all over it from the 95 Indy 500. So right now, consider everything you see unofficial. Remember, the winner of that 500, it went to Jacques Villeneuve. Jacques Villeneuve did not, and on purposely, did not pass the pace car because he got trouble earlier in the race for passing the pace car. He purposely locked up the binders to not pass the pace car. The first four passed the pace car. Ricky passed another purple lap. 5 to go. We're going to see how this race unfolds.
I have to listen when they talk about in between, because I think it's they allow that, but I have to listen to that. But I think if they did that, it's because they are make that deal to make that. So I can let you know in a couple minutes.
4 to go, and Falkenham not gaining. Ryan Blauman leads by 7, now by 6. 3 to go, and now we have a battle for second between Falkenham and Hibbs. We're going to see how this race will unfold. Falkenham might have been resting the tires a little bit. Oh, he gets loose there in the middle of the corner, and we saw him thrashing the car around a lot in practice. So he wants to know how this car handles at all times. Ricky Paz, another purple lap. He's closing just like his teammate Indy Kirchenbauer did in that Horizon race, but he's going to run out of time. White flag out, one more lap to go for a second win here in the Elite Racing League for Brian Blauman to match the win in that livery that Danny and Gaius got back in 1978. Ricky Paz, another purple lap, but it's going to be too little too late. Off the corner, win number 2 for Brian Blauman. This might be under review, but he does what he needs to do, and he gets the win. Falkenham second. A great comeback drive for Falkenham. And Gavin Hibbs on the 1 mile ovals, another podium for Gavin. Lucas Hoytsma comes home in 4th with a career best finish. Ricky Paz in 5th. He must feel like he has a big target on the side of his car. He should have just driven a target car, for that matter. And Justin Vandermarl, good on him. Top 10.
So just I listened in between before the green flag, and yeah, so and 10 laps to go, they coming in. They restarted in the restart zone.
They restarted in the restart zone. That was given the drivers before.
Yeah, so basically the pace cars take so long to come into the pits, they can just jump in on the moment they in at the restart zone. So that's why they allow that.
Lauman's second career win. Daniel Falkenham second, Gavin Hibbs and third. Hoytsma, Paz, Vandermarl, Aldrich. Great finish for Victor. Top 10, Nigel Stock, Craig Forsyth, Gavin Higgins in 10th. Miles Brown, Richie Hurd, Dave Huck, great finish for him in 13th. James Watson, 14th. Stockner, 15th. Lal, Schold, James Mitchum, and McKernan. That finish really betrays Schold. He was much better than an 18th. Decker, Frankenfield, Mixer, Rexine, Carmichael, Chris Albrecht, Nigel Camargo, Rakes, Smith, and Silver. Smith had himself a great first half of this race. Noah Gill, Trey Holmes, Seb Alexander, Talion, Costello, Yellen, A.J. Hobson, Primetime John Stellard, Sasek, A.J. Musselman, and Shane Coker.
Shane Coker also too. What? Oh, Shane Coker didn't restart it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if he started the race or didn't start the race, or I don't think maybe he started, but he's getting credited for 41st.
2 hours and 19 minutes.
All right, we just get some replays queued up here.
The driver of the day, Nigel Stock, with 26. But also I can tell Brian Blauman is the winner, but I said that 100 something to go. Keep an eye on Brian, and well, that's he did, and he won the race. That's good.
All right. And we will bring in Gavin Hibbs. We'll do upcoming dates here in the Elite Racing League. And real quick, just need to do we'll get some stats here momentarily as well. Okay. Cue out the music. It's the interview. And here is Gavin Hibbs. So we will bring him in. And here he is, Gavin Hibbs, joining us. And, man, I don't know what is it with you. I mean, first of all, you had a bit of a rough race. I think it was a rough race for everybody. But you and 1 mile ovals in IndyCars seems to be a good mix. Finished, got your win at New Hampshire, finished on the podium again, and a podium here at Milwaukee. Why do you like these flat 1 mile ovals? I know a lot of people don't like them. And second of all, talk about your race. This was an Ironman marathon.
Oh yeah, I think that's putting it lightly there, Gary. Yeah, it was very. It was very.
He's picking his words. You can hear him like, "What should I say?"
Yeah, I'm trying to choose my words, wisely here without, having some issues with the league owner. But it was
teammate league owner. Yeah.
Oh, doesn't act like one, but I'm kidding. But yeah, it was a very, very frustrating night all around. With all the yellows and just the way the dirty air was and the air blocking around a track like this, somehow managed to. And then obviously with like I had some moments with some guys, I get the run on the outside and I'm barely alongside and they just chop my nose off. I've had a couple instances where I thought my front wing was gone, but luckily the iRacing gods were with me there, so kept the front wing on. But I don't know what it is, Gary, about these short ovals, man. It's just, especially the flat ones, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's just how aggressive I think it's suits my aggressive driving style a little bit. Just picking a line and staying committed to it and just try and get around the guy as quickly as possible. But man, with how my pace was in practice and qualifying and early going, I thought there was no shot. A podium was in the cards, especially with how hard it was to pass on the inside. But I will say back-to-back top fives. Probably for the first time ever in the IndyCar series for me. I think that's quite an accomplishment for myself, and I'm very happy to have a strong start to the season compared to how the last couple of seasons have went.
Yeah, we saw you kind of driving some different lines out there. You were up against this is not a traditional IndyCar line at all at Milwaukee. When you watch the World NTT IndyCar Series come here in a couple weeks, there's going to be nobody up on the high side. Rasmussen passed Pillow on the high side, but he wasn't up in that fourth lane, and you're up in the fourth lane up against the wall. Was that by design, knowing that you have to keep a lot of momentum up in these particular cars, or was that also that's where the clean air is, or a little from column A, a little from column B? You had a bit of a different line, and after a while, I think some other people figured it out as well, but you were the first to kind of go up there and say, I'm going to use this high line. Why was that?
I really don't know why. It's just, I didn't think, I remember a couple years ago running a couple of IndyCar fixes here, and, that was the line to run, and I think a lot of the IndyCar community remembers that. Those times
I remember that line, yes. That was just a bad setup, but yeah.
But I really didn't expect coming into tonight, that it would work, for me at least, or, anybody for that matter. But once we got deep into the race and, we started getting a little bit longer runs, I figured, might as well try it to see what, how, screw it, just try it out, see how it goes. And, figuring it out was like, oh man, this is what I remember from a few years ago. But, yeah, I can't answer that one, Gary, on how, I thought about that, but, I'm glad it worked for me, to lead to this podium.
Well, you got there, another 1 mile oval. I don't think we have another one coming up on the schedule. Wait a minute. Let's see. I don't really put it in the same class. We are back at Legacy Phoenix, but you might like that one. I don't know. I kind of, that's a bit of a different 1 mile oval. But the style of 1 mile ovals are over for the season or the year for you, probably, with that New Hampshire and last season and Milwaukee here. But still lots of other opportunities. Your racecraft seem to have improved here recently. You seem to have the pace up, at least on getting the finishes in. Qualifying, you're still working on, but you're getting there as well. But, man, you put on a great show. Congratulations. Good to have you back on the podium. I do think you will get that second victory, but a third place today, it's got to feel pretty satisfying, all things considered, just how tough it was out there. Do you have any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously, first things first, shout out to my parents. I know they'll watch from time to time, and they know how much I just love racing in general, and how much I spend or I don't spend as much time on here anymore as I used to with work schedule and all that stuff. But I'd like to shout out to my parents first. Obviously, Little Eagle Racing. Having guys like Ryan Hunter and Van der Marl and Chad, but having them, having those guys on the same team, it definitely has made me better on the IndyCar side for sure, and then it definitely showed, just getting to the end is, something I need to work on, and then qualifying on super speedways, still working on that still. Numbers by Joe, my sponsor for this season. Joe's a good friend of mine, and makes great signs, whether it's your number or your team logo, shout out to him. He makes, I feel high quality signs, you can put up in your sim room or whatnot. Go hit him up on Joe F24 ever on Twitter or X. And then lastly, the guys lastly, Racecraft Academy, Paul Bunchletters, and Blake Reynolds, they brought me on about over a year ago now, and not just making me better, not just here on the IndyCar side, but on the NASCAR side, really has helped me a lot over the last year. So can't thank enough people for getting me to this point.
Congratulations on the podium. Becoming one of the short oval masters here in the series is Gavin Hibbs. Congratulations. Let's see. Today, this is all of the kids will like this. This is your 67th career start. So all the kids will like that. 1 win, 4 podiums now, 6 top 5s, and 18 top 10s. Best finish here at Milwaukee. Your previous, well, let's just say, and you probably know, they weren't good. So, but this is your first podium since New Hampshire. So congratulations, some good numbers and some good building blocks to build upon the rest of the season. We will see you when we get to Laguna Seca at the Corkscrew here in a week for about 95 laps there. So get your rest in. You're going to need it next week too.
Yeah, thank you, Gary and Luis, and you guys put on a great broadcast. I can't wait to watch it all back later. You guys do such a great job.
Congrats. We'll catch you the next one, man.
Yeah, see you guys.
That is Danny, and that was Gavin Hibbs. We'll bring up Daniel Falkenham real quick. Your driver of the race again, you said, is
Nigel Stock.
Nigel Stock. We'll throw Nigel Stock's car here and give him a little screen time there in the Target livery. Target livery.
Somebody complaining.
Somebody's complaining?
Yeah, somebody complaining. He said, well, but what about me? Yeah, I said, yo, you won the race. That's not fair, actually.
Nigel Stock in the Target livery there, and a Target livery did win here at least once that I can think of. 98, Jimmy Vasser won here, and then of course it won again in 2000. So I can think of twice the one here. Can't recall what the paint job was when Dixon won here, and I can't recall if Dario's won here, but the paint job is done reasonably well here, and it's going to be your Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race there, Nigel Stock. Congratulations to him. Let's bring in Daniel Falkenham, and here he is driving the throwback to the Amway car from Scotty Brayton, who got his best career finish here. And Daniel looking to go 3 for 3 and came so close from going 3 for 3. He's going to go 2 for 3 to start the season. But the most important thing, he's going to maintain his points lead coming out of this one. But another one of those oval races that you start up front or you race your way up front, you take the lead, and then you have to go to the back due to a penalty, and then you race your way back forward again. And again, much like Pocono, those cautions kind of helped you out. So you got to be thankful of those in many ways, but in many other ways, it's probably not kind of the race you were looking for. But talk about your race.
Yeah, it was a messy one, that's for sure. I'm not sure who I got into midway through the race when everyone's on that pit strategy. But whoever it was, I'm sorry I got into him. It was someone who was a lot down, racing the crap out of me when they had nothing to gain, and I was just trying to get back, pick my way through the field, and yeah, I just killed them. I mean, at the end of the day, it was my fault. So I'm sorry to whoever I got into. But yeah, it was a definitely messy race. A lot more yellows than I thought we were gonna have. But hopefully we can clean that up for the future weeks. But yeah, I'm still happy with the drive. We got back to the field because we got buried in traffic, so I had to try to do some different strategy, like trying to keep topping off on fuel and tires in case like we did get a long green flag run to where everyone had to pit, and then I was the one that stayed out there where I could trap everyone a lot down. But unfortunately, we just never got a long enough run to where anyone had to pit under green. So yeah, but it was unfortunate we couldn't get the win again when we were very dominant once again. But I mean, P2, it's not bad, especially when Blauman's winning the race, because I'm pretty sure Blauman's podiumed every single race. So
yes.
If this is the back and forth we're going to keep having, then we need to keep finishing as well as we are running. So even we get setbacks like that. So happy we were able to minimize the damage there, but just really annoyed at the end there, man, because there was a couple of yellows where I was like half a car length ahead of them when the yellow came out, but iRacing was stupid timing, who's put me behind him for whatever reason. So
yeah.
So yeah, that was unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We move on to the next one, but I mean, I still had a good time. Just wish we didn't have as many yellows.
Came into this race, I think, with a 13-point lead. You're going to leave with actually a 15, so I think you extend your lead just a little bit, but not by a lot. But let's talk about your race. I noticed you in practice. You were really hustling the car in practice. It was like you were purposely trying to slide it through the corners to abuse the tires and get it into a situation maybe late in the run that you've had late if you have used tires and everyone else maybe has newer tires, or maybe you're just trying to see the limits of the car. So we saw you experimenting there, but the one thing we definitely saw you doing that nobody else did in this entire race was the way you were arcing into the corners. And you were about one of the only drivers when we hopped on board and we brought up the driver inputs that you were actually using the brake. So maybe using some of that stock car knowledge you have here to help your racing. When did you find the line that you were racing, and when was that working well for you? And was it always a plan to continue using it? Because a lot of drivers don't use the brake here.
Yeah, just especially when I was in traffic, I would just try to go where they're not, and especially clean air. Because a lot of people were trying to arc out and run the high side, or they were trying to run high and then cut it down. My main kind of thinking with just kind of like coming to stock cars in a way is just if they leave the bottom open, I'll try to dive it in there with a little dive bomb and try to get them off the bottom. Because I felt like I could run the bottom really good all night when I had clean air. So with how much I would drive it into the corner, I'd have to use a little bit of brake just to get the thing slowed down so I don't like slide to the guy above me. So I've been doing that. I was doing that pretty much the whole night whenever I was in traffic, and it worked really well because people would try to take the corner really wide. So I would just try to throw it down to the bottom, which I was doing to Blauman a couple times when I got back behind him. And it was working until like those last couple of yellows where unfortunately we were just pretty even and he had clean air, but I mean, it was working for me. I was able to make a lot of passes. It was still hard. Don't get me wrong. It was still hard to, like, pass because, like, just IndyCar and short ovals, it's always hard to pass with what we got anyway. So, but, yeah, for whatever reason, I was able to make it work. And, I mean, it felt comfortable just trying to get guys off the bottom so I could get that rotation and some clean air, and it did work. And, yeah, and then, of course, it was different from when I was in the lead where I could just run my own pace and be even or be careful with inputs, kind of like what I do in a stock car, where I kind of, like, easily, like, gently releasing the throttle and gently releasing the brake, just having those smooth inputs. So, hey, it was working. Just, like I said, it didn't work for me once when I got into whoever it was middle of the race. So, yeah, got to be better about that. But still, I mean, it was working for me. We could still make speed even through traffic.
Before we let you go, we got just kind of a brutal 4-race period here to start this season. And I think I told you last time, I think probably the easiest race might have been the 500-miler at Pocono, because now we still got to, even before we get to our first break, we still have to go to Laguna Seca and the corkscrew. You are kind of right now the series kind of the guy on road courses. Now we picked up a few more road course ringers in the meantime, so we'll see how they challenge you on the road course. But Laguna Seca coming up, not an easy place. 95 laps. It's going to be a hard race. Even in a sim, it's kind of physical. Your outlook here coming up to Laguna Seca here in a week.
Yeah, it should be fun, but Laguna Seca, for whatever reason, is just one of those road courses to where I just have a hard time having a good rhythm. But hopefully we can figure that out for next week, and we can have our normal road course performance, because if we can just qualify well and get ourselves in position, especially at the start where Laguna Seca is notoriously hard to pass. If we can just put ourselves in positions in qualifying and be running up front, I don't see why we can't go out and win next week either. So, yeah, I'm still looking forward to it. Laguna Seca is still a fun track, but just for whatever reason, it's just one of those few road courses that I just cannot seem to find a good rhythm.
I had problems with it. Yeah, I had problems with it too, and I haven't bought the new one yet. That's how much problems I have with it.
We are racing the new one too, so I think there should be a lot more grip, and I think there's a little bit more runoff space. So, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but still, nonetheless, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we can have another good race before we go into the week break.
Yeah, that turn 6 before going up the hill to the corkscrew is pretty vicious. Well, congratulations. You do extend your points lead. You lead by 15 now over Falkingham. And now Hibbs is now third in the points, and Hoytsma is fourth in the points. Almost kind of like how you guys finished here today. So congratulations. We'll see you in a week when we get to the corkscrew.
Yeah, also got to shout out Chad for putting the league on. Shout out to you guys broadcasting. Shout out to P1 broadcasting.
You know what? I didn't give you a chance to shout out. Shame on me. Yeah, get those shout outs in.
Don't worry, I got it covered. But yeah, shout out to everyone I said already. Shout out to everyone who raced tonight. Shout out to Blauman on the win. I saw he was going on some different strategies too, and it all worked out for him. So congrats to him on the win. Shout out to Gavin on third as well, with Fuel Up Racing teammate and all my Fuel Up Racing guys in the race tonight as well. And, yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Now we'll catch you at the next one. Congratulations. Thanks for keeping me honest in my job, and we'll catch you at the next one, man.
Yeah, no problem, Gary. Appreciate it.
That is Daniel Falkingham. And, again, the points are updated. The remainder of your top 5, Chris Albrecht is in 5th, Noah Gill 6th, Seb Alexander 7th, Ryan Schold 8th, Miles Brown 9th, Justin Vandermaal in 10th. I believe now your lead rookie is still Noah Gill. Still Noah Gill is your lead rookie for the rookie championship. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if Hoytsma's a rookie or not. If that's the case, Hoytsma's 4th, but I'll have to go back and look. But Gill, at least on the graphic coming into the race, was shown as the leader of the rookie. That can change, of course. So card subject to change, as they say. Let's get back to there we go. And let's bring in Brian Blauman, get his car up on the screen here. And we'll bring in Brian Blauman. And let's see. Here he is. Brian Blauman joining us. Second career win. Got some stats for you here, Brian. We're not going to let you get out of here without getting some stats. 41 different drivers have, let's start it this way. 381 different drivers have started at least one race in the entire lineage of IndyCar on the Elite Racing League and the Elite Racing League. 41 drivers, of which you are also a member of that group as well, have won at least one race. That number drastically drops off after you win number 2. Because now there's only 15. So 15 of 381 drivers have won only more than one race. And you have now joined that fraternity, my friend. Congratulations. You really had to earn it on this one, despite all the cautions and stopping and going and the herky and jerky that was going on with all the action on the racetrack. You still had to race your pants off to keep Daniel Falkingham behind you. And you were doing everything you had to do. And a little bit of clean air was a big part of that. But I know there's a whole bunch of talent there that was bringing you home. Congratulations, second career win. Talk about this race and picking up that lead and all the nice track position and clean air in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much for reading those stats. That's pretty cool when you think about it. But tonight, yeah, I thought tonight was going to be my drop round, honestly. These flat, like short ovals have always been a tracks that I feel like I struggled the most with. And after I spun in qualifying and started as far back as I did, I thought, it was just going to be about damage limitation. But all those yellows just presented opportunities for strategy, and before I knew it, me and Jared, we just got on the right strategy, and before we knew it, we were both in the top 5, and then I was leading. Yeah, it just kind of seemed like it happened almost out of nowhere, and then I was really surprised how good the car was once I got clean air. That really gave me.
I think everybody else was saying that too. It's like, let me give you another stat that I just you just mentioned something, and I had to look it up real quick. Lewis, he set the channel record and now the new Elite Racing League record for the farthest back that a winner has ever come in a race. Remember, we had Brandon Trost win from dead last on the grid a week ago. And we were talking about this, and the channel record and the record here in the league was Adriano from 33rd at Pocono, a year ago, last year, in the B schedule. You started, my friend, 37th, and you gained 36. So that is a new furthest back record on the channel, and also on the league. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I would have totally overlooked that. But that is on top of all your other accomplishments. I mean, that's huge. And talk about the qualifying run, what happened there, and then talk about the start of this race that you're just marred in all this dirty air back there. I mean, you had to be thinking at least it's 250 laps. That you have a lot of time, but that's also a lot of time for a lot of bad stuff to happen too.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, I was nervous, definitely being back there. A lot of guys are not used to racing back there, but yeah, it just simply spun during the qualifying run. I mean, this is to drive at the limit at this track, you basically have to be on that knife's edge the whole time, and I simply just got asked a little too much of the car, and she went right around. So that was unfortunate, but yeah, no, those first few stints were really sketchy, and I was just hoping if there was a wreck, it was far enough in front of me to where I had time to slow down, and everyone around me kind of in the lobby as well just kind of kept checking up and calling it out, and seemed like we at least did a pretty decent job of that tonight. But yeah, all those yellows really is what presented the opportunity. I wasn't sure how this race was going to plan out. I knew a lot of yellows could happen, but I also knew it was going to be hard to pass, right? So I didn't know if we got strung out there, if it was going to go caution-free for a long time. So I try to just take advantage of every caution and an opportunity to just gain track position, because I knew that if I could gain track position, even if I wasn't on the right strategy, it could help me, present more opportunities, right? So, and then yeah, me and Jerry got presented a great opportunity with about 1:30 to go. To where we pitted, we just have to pit then one more time, and didn't seem like a lot of other guys realized that or went on that same strategy, and it just worked out to where it shuffled us to the front, and then yeah, it was all about defending Falkingham for that point, which was really, really tough. And I think the racing gods were definitely a little bit on my side there when that yellow came out and I started nose in front. But
yeah, we called that, so we hold on, we got to see where we reset. But yeah, that's. Yeah, for sure. The other thing that got me excited, then I don't hear the drivers' meeting, so I don't always privy of everything that says is coming to that last restart. Kind of pulled a Scott Goodyear on. I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but go back and watch the restart, the final restart of the 95 8500. But I'm hearing in hindsight that was okay. But still, that had to be weird for you that you're in the restart zone, but the pace car is still there, and you can go now, but the car is still there.
Yeah. So the rule with 10 to go is that we just don't do the extra pace lap after the pace car pulls in.
Yes.
So yeah, it definitely is a little weird because you're going a little bit slower when you accelerate. So I had to be mindful of that. And then obviously, yeah, it's a little bit weird seeing the pace car right in front of you and then have to kind of speed right through it. But yeah, fortunately, this is why I, confirmed with race control, before that.
Are you sure? Are you going to clear my caution? Yeah, because they didn't clear it for Scott Goodyear.
Yeah, that was actually, I think, the question I asked is, we're going to get all our black flags cleared, and everybody said yes. So, I wasn't too worried after that point, but yeah, it was definitely a little off-putting at first, but yeah, I didn't want any more yellows after that. I just wanted to get this race over with finally.
Coming up is a road course, a place that you do reasonably well at. In fact, your first podium ever came on a road course. You seem to do well at those places, but we're heading to an extremely hard one, Laguna Seca. Narrow, tight, a lot of elevation changes. It's just, we're doing 95 laps there. I told Chad, take it off the schedule. It's one of my least favorite places to watch a race. I mean, I can sit there and watch the corkscrew. That's awesome. But other than that, it's one of my least favorite places. I don't know how you feel about it, but this is kind of a brutal murderer's row of races to start the season. I think I keep saying the 500-miler is probably the easiest race you've had to start this season, and you still haven't even been to Laguna Seca yet, and that's going to be tough. Your outlook on Laguna Seca, how you feeling about that one? Having possibly another big field there in that narrow place, and also it's a new racetrack, so everyone's got to buy it all over again and almost kind of relearn it.
Yeah, I mean, in past, I've always actually really liked Laguna Seca.
You're the one. So... Okay, all right, you're the one. All right, thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be fun to drive, but I mean, 95 laps around that place, especially if we get any yellows, is going to be extremely intense and exhausting for sure. I mean, Portland was no different, right? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's a track I enjoy, so we'll see how we stack up there. And but yeah, at least compared to the two road courses we're going to be at so far this season, I like it better than Portland. So I'm hoping that makes maybe I'm a little bit closer to Falkingham this time.
Third straight podium to start the season. I believe you have 5 podiums in your last 6 starts going back to last season. 2 wins in your last 4 starts. So everything is kind of coming up, Brian, right now. That all the good news that we talked about, there is still a little bad news. You somehow still lost 2 points to Daniel in the championship. You came in 13 behind. You leave 15, but you're leaving here with the championship trophy. I think it's probably bonus points. It's ultimately kind of what gives him those little bit of extra there. But you're not letting him get away. That's the key thing. And now we're going back to another racetrack that kind of caters to one of your strengths. See, all in all, you got to feel pretty good about all this. And getting that second win, again, one of 15 other drivers here in the Elite Racing League. 381 have taken the green flag here in at least one race. And now that is down to 15 of you guys have won more than one race. And you are now part of that fraternity. Congratulations. So get those shout-outs in. You earned it. Big day here in Milwaukee and a very tiresome race.
Yeah, first one, Jared Rexing. He joined in last second, fortunately, and even with no practice, was able to run up right near the front with us, and was a big help throughout the race. Kind of giving me coaching, and then also kind of helping with what other guys around him were doing. And then, the whole Lake Norman squad, they texted us after the race that they were watching, so it was pretty cool to see and appreciate their support as always. You guys, I mean, I can't wait to watch this broadcast again. I might have to skip through some of the yellows, but
some
of which there are many. But,
some.
I always appreciate watching these the day after. It's really enjoyable, and you guys do such a great job every week. So I hope to be able to talk to you. I like talking to you guys, so I hope this is.
Well, that means you're keeping pace and points right there. The more you talk to us, that means you're keeping pace and points. You're going to have to do a lot of that. I do have one more record for you, and this is probably one that you could care not to have. It's winning the race with the most cautions in league history. Did you hear the silence? Like,
I would say this is a race that favored the opportunistic, and
there you go.
I think we made the most of it with the strategy. So,
way to paint with that brush. Congratulations, Brian. We'll catch you at the next one. Go enjoy this one.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
That is Brian Blauman. Lewis. We are quarter till 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. It was a marathon. This week was already a long one for me. Obviously, I hear on the channel and everything. We got some people that had to step away for vacation. I'm on call for work. Everything else, and then on top of that, we have IIS this week. So we started off with a race at Portland. I'm going to have a really long race at Portland on Saturday. We started off with 140 laps last night at Milwaukee, another 250 here today. Let's see. How many cautions? We had 17 cautions here today.
No, 20.
20. Okay, 20. I've had 29 cautions at Milwaukee in the last 2 days, broadcasting an IndyCar race. So just tells you how hard this place is and how hard a lot of these drivers had to work to do well. And Brian sets a lot of new records tonight. Becoming the 15th driver to get more than one win, coming back from furthest on the grid to get a win, and all that stuff. But I think all these drivers are going to be happy to see Milwaukee in the rearview mirror. They might not be so thrilled to see Laguna Seca coming up, but we're getting into the swing of things here in the season. The schedule is just going to get a little bit easier when we get to these 1.5 miles here in the middle of the season, finally get to Indianapolis. But, I think for the most part, the worst is behind us, and we can begin to start looking forward to kind of getting into this season and seeing how the championship battle here between Brian and Daniel, and now Gavin's now kind of into the picture as well, is going to have to unfold. Brian Blauman, Falkingham, and Hibbs. Hibbs was doing pretty well at Mid-Ohio, but that was partial wet race, and he kind of slid off on that one. But he was doing pretty well there for a while too. I mean, if all three of these drivers can kind of keep the same pace and keep up the same performance on roads and ovals, I mean, this might be how our championship unfolds by the time we get to Gateway here in a couple of weeks. But at least these first couple of races are now behind us.
Yeah, it was a long race, man. To be honest, it's a lot of things happened today. We need to improve it, and also especially in the book said something about you need to understand the setup and everything. But it is what it is. So it's 20 cautions, 57 laps, 7 leaders actually, 2 hours and 23 minutes. I say 19, but it's 23 and the end. But yeah, I think that the championship, I know it's coming next week, Laguna Seca, and it's gonna be a little more the same, almost the same like this. But like I said, Brian said, if it's the yellow, it's gonna be in ball. Man, it's gonna be a long race. But I hope not.
Road courses don't typically have a lot of yellows unless we have we saw them at Portland, but most of the time road courses are mostly caution free. Not as much as we'll see today, but you're right.
Yeah, I hope it's gonna be less than that, and just a couple incidents over there. But yeah, I think the championship is getting like a painting a little bit how it's gonna be with Brian and Gabby Gibbs over there. Even Lucas Hoyts in the fourth place make him.
That's best career finish for him, yeah.
But man, what about Seb Alexander? We're still waiting for the races like Chicagoland or even Las Vegas or Phoenix, the Raceway, or even Michigan. So there's a lot of things we can happen with all of these Forsyth, Seb Alexanders, or even Christopher Albrecht, or Jack also too, Frankenfeld, could be over there. But I think the race was tough, to be honest, even for us. And for them, we could lose a little bit pounds in the race today after 250 laps in the race. So just need to prove that, need to understand, need to keep taking in practice, and if you do that, it could be better for the next time. So see you next week from Laguna Seca. But see you next this weekend, Sunday, from Texas, doubleheader on the 40th Indy.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. And then the IIS here on P1, the IndyCar iRacing Series, will be at Portland this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Well, it was almost his 50th start. This is Brian Blauman's 49th start here today. He got his second win, his 11th podium, 19th top 5, 27 top 10. So half the time, he's in the race just about. He is in the top 10. He is your winner today. Second, Daniel Falkingham extends his point lead just a little bit. He comes home second today, and Gavin Hibbs back on the podium in a 1 mile oval here at IndyCar. What's new? he comes home in third for his best finish of the season. So that's it for tonight. Congratulations to our winner and our podium. Join Julius Gonzalez-Nunez and myself again Thursday, August 13th at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time when the P1 IndyCar Championships head to WeatherTech Raceway. I just prefer to call it Laguna Seca for the Elite Grand Prix of Monterey. You and me in the Bay of Monterey, as they said in the movie. For the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here on YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting, or just search Elite Racing Network. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support ERN and P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below and let us know you thought of tonight's race and you enjoyed tonight's coverage. Support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of ERN's other and P1's other iRacing programming. Tonight's Horizon 250 was sponsored by the Horizon Racing Series and presented by Toaps Soaps. The P1 IndyCar Championship and the Triple Crown Challenge are proudly sponsored by P1 Broadcasting. Tonight's Bull Award was sponsored by 4D Racewear, and a special thank you to the Elite Racing League's premier partners, Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil School of Racing, and Tom Bolandford. All the links you need for all of those sponsors are in the description. I want to thank them, especially Horizon and Toaps Soap, for sponsoring today's event. And also, again, Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil School of Racing, Tom Bolandford. Thank you very much for being premier partners here with the Elite Racing League. For business inquiries to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can find all of our social links on Linktree. You can check those out in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez-Nunez, everyone here at the Elite Racing Network, P1 Broadcasting, the Elite Racing League, Toaps Soap, Horizon Racing Series, even 4D Racewear. I'm Gary Gotso saying all. Happy Thursday, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend. To all of our men and women serving in the military as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Once again, congratulations to Brian Blount for his second career win. Catch us again next Thursday, August 13th, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time for the Elite Grand Prix of Monterey from WeatherTech Raceway, or as I like to say, Laguna Seca. Until then, we'll see ya.